What brings you across the lake?
We were looking for beavers.
Well, if you see one, you ought to stay away from it. They will mess with you.
Tell me what's wrong.
There was a beaver in the bathroom. It was rabid or something.
Back in the 70s, beaver fever hit.
Beaver fever? You do realize that the whole point of a beaver is that it chomps wood?
We cannot turn against each other right now. That is exactly what the beavers would want.
Welcome, everybody, to Midnight Cinema, your deep dive into horror movies, sci-fi films, cult classics, new and old. Warning, everybody, there are spoilers ahead. I am Art Hennessy in San Diego, California.
And I'm here at the campgrounds, and I'm with animal control. And I got two things I want to remind people of. One is we get some angry beavers out there. And also, cover up, everybody. Please, cover up. I mean, you can't walk around like that.
You can't. We can't have that, Eric.
I've seen a lot of beavers out here. I don't need to see anymore. It started.
Eric, it's starting. It's starting. We got beaver fever here on Midnight Cinema this week because we are covering... Let me make sure that everybody hears this correctly. We are covering...
What are we covering?
We're covering Zombeavers.
Sorry?
Zombeavers.
Zombeavers.
Yes. Zombeavers is a movie. It exists and you can watch it. It's out there. It came out in 2015, directed by Jordan Rubin, starring Rachel Melvin, Courtney Palm, Lexi Atkins, and Hutch Dano.
I swear to God, the Hutch Dano guy, I had to look him up, and I still don't know the answer, whether or not he was in a musical with me here in Marblehead, Massachusetts, and that would have been before this, and it would be Legally Blonde, and he played the asshole. I swear to God it's him, but I couldn't find enough info. That would be fun. So if that's you, Hutch, which I don't think was your name at the time.
Yeah. So
you know all these people, right? Famous people that you just
famous cast. But there are some famous people in this. We're going to talk about it. What? Yes. Zombeavers is the movie, Eric, and it premiered at the Tribeca Film Festival. It did.
Is that a thing?
That's a thing. It's a big film festival. Robert De Niro's film festival. It's big. And it went on to such acclaim. This has a very high rating out there on sites.
Not according to IMDb. We're going far below our I think we threw that out the window, but we weren't going to watch anything that was below like 5.7. And this is 4.8.
Okay.
Critics loved it with a 44 rating. And I've seen it 4 times.
Yeah. Eric, now I've seen it a couple thanks to this podcast. So, and Zombeavers, I was just so curious as to how it came about, like the story of why we have Zombeavers. And this guy, Jordan Rubin, who made the film, he's a comedy writer. He was like a comedy writer for a bunch of shows like The Man Show and a few other ones. And ended up making this movie. But what I couldn't find in all of my research, and it may be out there somewhere, but I read interviews with him. I watched interviews with him. I read his Reddit AMA, Ask Me Anything. I couldn't find the idea that this sprung from, what he got the idea from. But I think that from what I can tell, somebody came up with the title and they thought that was a funny title. And then they worked backwards from there.
Oh,
right?
I thought.
What did you hear?
I heard that he was in college desperately trying to get laid and he couldn't. So then he thought, how many times can I use innuendos about vagina in a movie? That's what I heard. That's right. And just not spoilers. It's not spoilers, but for you and I, it's inevitable that there's going to be semi-inappropriate dialogue in our podcast. And if I say anything that happens to be related to, the genitalia and it sounds insensitive, it's from the movie.
Oh, I didn't even look this up, Eric. So interesting. We usually do all this before the podcast. I did not even look up. What's the rating on this? I didn't
What's
actually
the rating on this?
Yeah.
It's rated R.
Okay, good. Just
for
making
graphic
sure.
Violence, nudity. 5 minutes of the same boobs and beaver guts and dismembered genitalia and smoking.
We're going to, for those of you listening, we're going to cover it all. Okay.
Thank you for covering this.
So this is an indie film. They had a little bit of money, and this director, Jordan Rubin, everything I read, it's a little confusing to me because, and we'll get into it.
What is confusing?
Well, he says things like, I wanted to really use practical effects like movies were
Done.
in the 80s. I did not want to do CGI and that stuff, right? And then he says, but then here's what's confusing to me. And all of you, we're going to get into this as we go on.
What's confusing?
He says, I really believed to make this, I had to lean into taking it serious. We're going to make it a horror movie. We're going to treat it like a horror movie. Yeah, and that's, I can already see you looking off to the side going, wait. And so those are the confusing things to me, but which I want to talk about. So do you want to get into it? Do you want to just start? Let's
we
just
can
start
get into it, and letting you know that Orsino probably won't be coming in to interrupt but if she does, she'll probably be wondering why I'm saying, look at that beaver. Wow, there's so many beavers coming out, and Erik, it's interesting. Is a creature, all right? It's a critter. It is not that was the first thing it is. And whatever you're thinking, everybody, about something else, it's not that. So when I say beavers, I can't. I'm just going to do it.
Right.
I'm just going for it.
Well, let's just start then, Erik, right?
Yeah.
Let's
thinking
start
how
here.
much Amanda's going to love watching this with you.
I did show Amanda a select part of it that we're going to talk about. But
not the poster?
No. Well, she did see the poster. My wife did see the poster, and did think the poster was funny.
Open with the poster. Can we just open with the poster?
Let's open with the poster. How this movie was marketed.
Go ahead.
Yes.
You describe the poster. Or do I describe it? How do we?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so the poster looks like 70s art. You know, like when you're on the truck and it says hauling ass, and you got that like silhouette. It's kind of like that of a person, but a bikini sitting, but her legs are wide open and she's got a knife in her hand, and coming up Jaws style underneath her is a giant beaver. And you just go, I know exactly, just in case, I know exactly what they want me to think when we hear the word Zombeaver.
Yes.
So
it is.
And that's the poster. I like the poster.
I like that poster.
Fun piece of art.
A lot. But they did another poster, which is, I'm like, no, come on,
it doesn't
guys.
count.
This
that
is
one
not...
doesn't count, Art.
Yeah.
So that's what you're in for, everybody.
Yes.
Think Jaws with no budget, but really not Jaws at all.
No. All right.
Go. Yeah. All right.
So here we go. We're going to start in.
Oh, my God. My cat just walked in the room. I thought it was a beaver. I thought it was a little tiny black hairy beaver right there. Why are you laughing? I'm describing my cat.
No.
Oh, come here. Oh, yeah. Sorry. It's not a little beaver. It's my cat. Go ahead.
Oh. So we start. It's a truck. The Mamonarek Chemical Company. Little truck heading down the highway. And there's two guys driving it. And right away, watching this, I was like, it's Bill Burr.
Bill Burr, the famous, I would say, comedian.
Yes, but this would have been 2015, Erik. So, 10 years ago or so, but maybe a little longer, depending on when it was shot. So I was actually immediately, my mind went, was Bill Burr super famous in 2015? Or is his prevalence kind of just been over the last 10 years? I kind of think of him as being super famous for a lot longer than that.
What about the passenger in the truck? That person
did not know until after I watched the movie. I did not know till I looked it up. Do you want to tell us who the passenger in this truck is?
I can tell you. Most of you probably don't know this person. They haven't done much in the music world, but John Mayer.
Body is a wonderland.
John Mayer I know he thought, here's where I think it started going wrong, Art, when you talk about the guy wanting to do a serious horror movie. right?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Mm.
Is John Mayer was like, hey, can I put on one of those like hick mustaches, like a porn stash? And they're like, sure, John Mayer, because you're in our low budget movie. You can do whatever you want. And he put on what looks to me, it looks completely fake. I have one.
Right. This looks like, I thought, Eric, I had in my notes, I said, Eric will appreciate this. I thought this was Spirit Halloween Pack Trucker,
Yes.
right? It comes with the hat. It comes with the hat and the mustache and beard, the mustache
That's what it is.
connected to sideburns or something.
Yes, / musician.
Connected to a wig that's a mullet. Yeah.
Oh.
It's like.
So right away, that makes me go, I started going, oh, but hold on.
Wait.
You got to wait.
Right. I was
Right
going to
now
say,
you're
oh,
thinking
that's interesting. You
they
said that.
spent no money. The director's like, who's got a mustache? John Mayer's like, I got one because you know what? I put this on my body because it's a wonderland for me. All right, we already did that.
Well, you and it's pretty obvious. People listening can probably already think, was this a gift to the director that these guys are? Yes, absolutely.
Oh,
he knew them, and so he asked them to be in the movie.
Yeah, what's his name? Bill Burr. Bill Burr.
Bill Burr,
Like,
the comedian.
What it's called? Beavers? Yeah, I'm in 100%. I don't give a shit what it's about. I want to be in it.
Yeah.
I can say Zombeaver.
Right.
And I never get to, but whatever. Yeah. That's my Massachusetts Bill accent. Whatever. Right. He's from here, isn't he?
Yeah, totally. Boston guy.
Yeah.
And
Boston.
Boston. And he really fits the bill because these are just supposed to be working class guys driving this chemical truck with these big canisters in the back. But you were saying, you were like right away, like, I was a little bit more, I'm like, oh, okay, Bill Burr's in this. And this other guy, I just assumed it was somebody else. I didn't know, but I assumed it was somebody of Bill Burr's level or something. I was like, there's something going on here. But it starts off, they're pushing comedy here. That's what they're trying to do.
This is where, now this is on my mind all the time, Art, is when you said the director, he didn't stop anybody. So that more than almost all of that is improv.
Yes.
And it's the kind of dumb dialogue that you're just like, really, you guys? They're talking about taking a dump in someone else's house. And then Bill Burr's like, I dated a guy once. One of the easiest weeks of my life. You know, we didn't argue on nothing.
But because it's all improvised, Eric, like you said, and then they have to cut it down for this is going to just be the little opening of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Which I didn't know watching it. So going in, I'm watching these guys and I'm like, oh, these guys are going to be in the movie. I thought. And then as this is going on, I'm like, I don't think these guys are going to be in the movie because it seems like just an improv-y bit. But Eric, here's the problem. When you do something like that, you then got to cut it down. And so it has I'm sure it's cracking everybody up on set as they're improvising for half a day while they're like in the morning, they're on there for 2 hours. Right?
Oh, John, you're so funny.
But then you got to cut it up, right? And we're not getting the context. We're not in that environment. And also the jokes themselves are not quite fluid. And I can see where they're trying, because like you said, Bill Burr introduces this thing that would be funny for a guy like this that he's playing to say is like, what do you say? I dated a guy for 1 week.
Yeah, but he said it was the easiest week of his life. And then
easiest week of his life.
Yeah.
But then they kind of drop that, and then it seems like they want to be like, oh, I'm not, it's the no homo jokes, like kind of back. So it's just,
it's like
it's
right
not,
away, you have to go talking about shit.
Yeah.
You know, it's and then you can tell they're making it up because he says something about, he goes, people get pissed off when you shit in their house. He goes, where are you supposed to shit? On the table? John Mayer, making everybody so excited to hear his voice, says, I shat on his table.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is improv. Stop, guys.
It is. It's totally improv.
I don't believe that he shit on someone's table.
Personalities, I like them.
Me
I
too.
like these guys.
We're spending so much time on the opening of a 7-minute movie.
But Eric, so you agree with me. I like these guys. And so my brain is saying is, I'm in Tucker and Dale versus evil territory. That's where this is going. I said, that's, for those of you out there listening who don't know, there's a great movie called Tucker and Dale versus Evil. That's a horror comedy.
Shit, now I'm putting it on the list.
And I thought that it was going in that sort of horror comedy direction, and that these guys would be in the movie. They'd be somehow even if they were side characters, they're going to be squaring off against these guys. I want to see squaring off against zombie beavers.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Well, maybe without the mustache, though.
Yeah. But this
maybe
has
without the mustache.
So then we're going to get into our movie here, Eric. You and I are talking so much about Bill Burr and John Mayer because you just love John Mayer. That's why.
Now I want to look up more songs for John Mayer so I can sing them during the podcast.
And for those of you who don't know John Mayer, he's not only sang, he's like produced tons of hits too, like for people.
He's John Mayer.
He is John Mayer, and he's in this movie.
Well,
so
I have dumb dialogue, and then the driver, Bill, picks up his phone and he starts looking at it.
And John Mayer sees a deer standing on the road ahead, and he's like, hey, do you see that deer? And Bill Burr's like, yep, while he's looking at his phone. And he says, I don't think you do. And okay, I'm perking up a bit here, right, Eric? What happens here? Okay, go ahead.
You have an idea that it's going to happen, and it does gloriously. This is where you think, okay, they spent some money because they hit that deer, and it is a huge guts splat. Like the deer is made out of just guts only. There's no bones. It's a boneless deer because it just goes
across the windshield. I'm laughing. And then
guess what happens, Art? You'd never guess what happens. Remember the barrels of whatever that is, toxic waste that they're carrying?
In the back,
Yeah, hiring the most capable people possible to do this. Yeah, one of them falls off.
Yes.
Just one, I guess, lands in the river.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. And it's going to go down the river, and we have kind of a fun animated credit sequence going on.
I know you love a good opening sequence, which can sometimes be better than the movie. But this one, I felt hints of, which I don't think came out yet, but what is the, no, I'm forgetting it. It's the kids running from the bad guy played by Jim Carrey. I love the movie.
Lemony
Thank you.
Snickets?
Yes. Yeah. It was kind of like that kind of graphics with, it's just kind of like the poster that they did. And it was beavers and the lead characters being chased by the beavers.
Yeah.
And wood and really
it's fun.
Cool. Yeah.
It's fun. And then it starts to introduce guns into it. And it's almost like I think it's aping sort of the James Bond title sequences, like people are running along the gun barrels and things like that.
It'd be awesome if it was a John Mayer song that went along with it, but nope. And while this movie's so short, I will point out there is some comedy when they do look at the deer guts on the grill of the truck.
Yes.
And he's like, oh, I forget what he said, but he's gone. He's like, I wouldn't worry about it. They carry disease anyway. They drive off. But that would have been so much fun if these are the two guys that had to hunt down whatever's coming. But what I like is it does go to the beaver dam, which I just saw a beaver dam, thank you, last week. But it didn't have this completely fake green goo all over it. It was like they made it very, very obvious that there was this toxic waste was spurting this green.
Right out of one of your favorite movies, I know, right? Return of the Living Dead. Right out of it.
Yeah.
They got a canister. And then it pans up, so this green goo is spurting out of this canister in the river onto the beaver dam.
Yep.
And we pan up, and there are two animatronic beavers.
Oh, you can't go that far.
They're puppets. These are puppet beavers.
Yeah.
And they're going, oh no, uh-oh.
But listen, Art, listen. This is the sounds that beavers make. They sound like this. It's true. Because I was in the Omni Theater with Orsina, and we watched an Omni movie on beavers. And I think it was Leonard Nimoy. And every time they show the beavers are like, oh no, oh no. And I got sick actually threw up after I left the theater from being surrounded by beavers. Oh, Art's going to lose it early in this. I'm sorry, everybody.
Yeah.
But yeah, usually I'm fine with being surrounded by beavers, but this one and their noises.
Yeah.
It's like little mogwai.
That's what I thought, because we had covered Gremlins relatively recently, and I thought of the mogwai.
That's what they sound like for real. It's crazy.
And we're going to cut really hard to meet our heroes here. It's a truck stop. And we meet a girl who's in the bathroom looking at texts about a boy,
crying,
clearly upset, crappy restroom, she opens up the door, and there's a creepy guy in front of her, a trucker who wants to go in. And it's sort of the leering, like, yeah, I can help you out. Like,
right, you need help, I'll help you any way you want. But she is in the men's room.
She is.
This girl is your standard attractive, this is the age of very skinny girls.
I was going to mention that. I didn't know how to sort of cover it on the podcast, but
body fat.
I did notice that about all of the young actors in this movie.
I said this before, Art, but directors, you don't realize it. You got to think outside the box, but you start casting visually what you want, and then everybody looks the same. Our female actors in this look exactly the same. You could swap their heads and the bodies are the same.
Yeah, it was a little, when she looks in the mirror in the bathroom, I was a little like, ooh, wow, she's really, and we're sensitive to this because you don't want like any sort of body shaming or
no, we're not body shaming. I'm just pointing out this is the era. You know, there's all kinds of eras out there. And this particular era, I think, is how can I have zero body fat? But also the director, I think, is responsible because he casts, I think, a body type that he likes.
And
I'm blaming you, director.
So this truck stop, did you notice it's sort of full of creeps because she heads to her car where her friends are gassing up the car because that's where they're at the truck stop. And just in the background, a guy's walking by on the phone and is like checking her out as she goes by. And it's the director. You just spoke.
The director?
That's the director in a cameo. And his in the credits at the end, Eric, he's creeper at gas station.
Yep. Well, there you go, Art, because I fully believe he's like, how can I want to see, how can I get away with going, ooh. So there you go. That's it.
So they get in the car. This is a trio of young women. They're college girls, sorority sisters. We got, do you want to describe who they are as far as who they are? We got Jenny, Zoe, and Mary.
Okay, so we've done this before, Art. So there's 3 teams here. There's Team Zoe, right? Okay. Zoe, short hair, smart ass, but somehow likable with the world's fakest Southern accent that I think she loses on and off throughout the film.
It comes and goes. Oh, yes.
With her dog. So there's a minus point right there. They get that little dog. I forget what the dog's name is. Doobie, something like that. Then you got Jen, she's blonde. She's crying about her boyfriend cheated on her. And then you got Mary, but here's the difference with Mary. She's got glasses. But they're all what you would describe as attractive. Art, which team are you on right now?
Oh,
you get a little personality.
Right now?
Yep.
Right now, I'm on no team. I was going to say I'm on the creepers side. No, I'm
like, I don't care which team.
No.
I'm on, as long as I'm in that car.
Yeah.
Well, personality-wise,
my first watch, it was hard because I didn't particularly like any of them on my first watch.
Not quite likable, no.
It made me think, Eric,
you have to. Everybody has to pick one.
Oh, if I'm picking one now, if you want to pick a team right now, I'm definitely picking Zoe.
Zoe.
I'm Team Zoe.
She's the most fun, most interesting. The other girls crying her eyes out.
But at first, so you agree with me? These aren't. We've done this before in a lot of movies, Eric. I think of like establishing people, and sometimes I like the people. I'm like, oh, I like this little group, or I like at least one of them. On this initial introduction to them when they're all talking, I don't know that I like any of them. And so I was gearing up, Eric. I was like, this is going to be a tough one if these are our heroes, because I don't know that I like them. And I don't know if I like the writing and what I'm starting.
That's what we're talking about, is because the director said, no, you can improvise. And I would say at least half of Zoe's lines are improvised, because he likes all of these people. He's like, no, go ahead. And that's where you have to be careful.
You do have to be careful. He did say, when I read some of those interviews, this was interesting to learn later, when he casts, a big part of his casting was narrowing it down to this is the right person. And then he would say stuff like, he would be like, okay, so the scene, let's talk about it. And he would throw things at them to see how funny they were about improvising and changing things and introducing things. And so the ones he cast were the ones he said that could flow with improvisation. And I agree, they're a little smooth with it. That's not good, though, necessarily at establishing character. You have to, in order to do that, this is, Eric, it's like, how is Art making this podcast longer than it needs to be?
How is everybody listening going, no, this movie's got to have zombie beavers in it, right? It's got to.
I'm going to shut up, Eric. I'm going to shut up. We get the point.
But you know what, Art? There's no text.
I wanted to be talking about like how Chekhov worked by adding the actors, embody the characters for so long, and then you can start to improvise if you can embody these characters.
Home and they're crying and smoking.
But anyways, they're going on
character development. No boys, no texting. They all have boys.
Yeah,
and our Zoe, which takes me a little bit off of Team Zoe, has dick pics on her phone of her.
I had to stop and rewind and oh my God. I was like, wait, what is that? I was like, did I just see that? That's what she's flipping through on the thing? Yeah.
You can see it on IMDb. It's on the stills. No, but that's
the director too in a cameo, by the way.
I bet. It's a little blurry, but they're kind of, she's a horn dog, if that's a thing, and the other one's all about it's very masculine, this script.
Yeah.
Is, so.
It is. Okay,
but you know what, Art?
Yeah.
We get a little taste of horror coming up because there's a young boyish 13 fishing. Well, and he's wearing a hat that says
number one dad.
Yeah.
But he doesn't look at all like a dad.
No, there's a storyline, Art. The poor kid, he loved his dad and he gave him this hat. And then the dad split, man. And left the hat, so now he wears it and fishes alone. See, Art, it is what you were talking about. It is Chekhov. There's a whole character development here. But he's fishing.
The beaver orchard.
Yeah.
Yes. Instead of the seagull, it's the Zombeaver.
See?
So, yeah, this guy.
Kid, it's a kid.
It's a kid. He's fishing.
Yeah.
And his rod gets pulled in, and then we get a low POV shot, the thing coming right at him.
Yep.
Whoa. But we get nothing. We get no gore, no anything like that.
Nope.
And I really think that could have been a shot they did later where they're like, we need to put something in here.
Yeah.
Because now the girls arrive at a lake house. That's where they're coming. They're coming up for the weekend to the lake house. And
the girls all... I'm telling you, there's a lot of background character development because the girls all share the same washer dryer. I don't know if you know that, Art. And one of them is like, I'll wash all of our shorts. And they washed them and then they put them in the dryer. And they shrunk to the size of what you would find in like a toddler section. And then the girls said, we're going to wear them anyway. So all of them are wearing the same outfits. They have the same exact body type, and you can see little bits of cheek. There's little cheeks through the whole. So you're paying attention. If you're a cis male, which I am. I mean, I like the human body, but I'm just like, I don't care.
Yeah,
I don't care what dialogue is.
But you're bringing up a good point, Eric. I thought the same thing. It's like they're not distinguished.
Not at all.
In any way by costume. Like they're not at all.
But
they're just interchangeable.
And one of them has
glasses,
hair.
but that's it. So they've come to the house. It is Mary's family, I guess her cousins or something, have this lake house, and they've come up
Where are we? Where did they say?
The license plate is Indiana.
Okay, is that
So-
where everybody has a fake accent then?
Yeah, and they mention Indiana. But Zoe, this is where I'm going to say, Eric, up to this point, you would not notice Zoe has a Southern accent. But
No.
suddenly in this scene, she has a Southern accent.
Well, you know, Art, when you come back here to Somerville or Boston,
Yeah.
your voice changes completely.
It
You're like,
does.
Eric,
Goes
how
right
are
back.
ya?
How are you, Eric?
fucking?
I sound like Bill Burr when I go back.
And then you go back to San Diego and you're like, so I went back to Boston. It was pretty good. It was pretty good.
All right. So they're there, and she suddenly has an accent. And it's all this, we're getting the same information. It's like manufactured
Art, it
tension
drives
about
the
like,
plot. There's no boys allowed, and one of them's very upset. That's the plot.
yeah,
so
one of
I'm
them
going to move
is
it a little forward because our neighbor shows up, thank God.
Mrs. Gregerson. Yeah.
Yes. And she said, oh, I haven't seen you for a while. And Zoe, and everybody, I did say I was on Team Zoe, and don't judge me for this. But she's looking at Mary and she goes, oh, Mary, you've really blossomed. And Zoe goes, not really. Her tits are still small.
Yeah.
But they all have the same size breasts. They all have interchangeable clothes. They do. It's creepy.
Yeah. And Zoe is the one, this nice neighbor is saying things like, we didn't get an idea. This is where I'm like, the structure of this, Eric, is really weird because Zoe is saying all these offensive things to
But
this
in the cutest
to
way
this-
possible.
in the cutest way possible.
No.
But to this nice neighbor, right?
Yeah.
If you want this scene to work that way, you make the neighbor a little snooty or a little jerky.
Yeah, and she's not.
She's not. And so when Zoe's, that's what I mean when I say it's hard to like these people, because I think the idea is like, Zoe's a little rebellious and a little whatever. But I'm like, no, Zoe's kind of being an asshole. And the neighbor calls it out. She says to Mary, listening to Zoe, Mary's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And Mrs. Gregerson says, oh, don't worry. I have a daughter. She's an asshole too.
No, she says, in fact, she says, my daughter is a total fucking bitch too.
Yeah.
You're
harsher than I was. Yeah.
But that's what she says. And
Yes.
it throws me because I'm like, would this woman say that? Or did they like, what's a good improv you could say here? Everybody has the same personality.
Well,
But there are zombie beavers in this, everybody. Zombie beavers are coming.
They are.
There's the husband on the porch. They're just down the way. So you can see the house.
Right.
There's a husband on the porch.
This is going to be
with dogs.
important.
It's very important. And there's a POV art of something watching them.
Yes.
In case you thought this might be a horror movie, there's something watching them.
Because everything is in bright daylight. Just
yes.
It's like,
yeah, it's
this
not
was filmed.
not movie.
I don't know if you're familiar with this, Eric. I know you were out in LA and doing stuff. This is the Disney Ranch, the Disney
Is it?
Ranch Park. Yeah, where they film stuff. I guess it's Disney owns it, and you can film outdoor scenes and everything. So
guess what, Art? You and I are
Yes.
taking a trip to Disneyland.
We are.
And we can hunt down that, take some photos in really tight shorts. We can really, really go crazy.
So
They go inside.
oh my God.
What is happening here? Why did the director say, you know, it'd be funny is if the dog pisses on the floor? Why? The dog pees on the floor. Nobody cares. They're all like, oh, no service, blah, blah, blah about phones.
It's taken a long time, I have to say, Eric, to get, and I'm not really liking these.
Well,
these
Art, what would you
characters,
do to get the average male's attention in this movie then?
Oh, we got to go.
What are you
Well, they're
gonna-
going to go swimming.
Oh, so you get changed in the world's smallest bathing suits, right? So there you go. But you still wear high shoes. Then you go to
Yes.
the lake. And then, and this is not why I'm Team Zoe, Art. I'm not just like, you know, Zoe, remember you said she's rebellious. They go down the lake and she's like, I'm taking my top off. And they're like, don't do that. And she does.
Well, just takes it right off.
And,
She's,
you know, the beauty of the body.
Yeah.
I will say that we are rewarded.
Well,
it's all.
and I will
the
say,
parents have good genes. Is all I'm saying. The genetic pool.
And I will say, I'm a little bit getting on Team Zoe's side here, and not just because I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking.
For those
It is
who
not.
for those you like to look at bodies, she and she said, "I don't care" in the movie. All the 7 bits of trivia probably in this movie. He was 100% like, "I don't care. Body's natural. I'm doing it," and she did. She's topless for 5 full minutes.
Yeah, because they swim out to the raft.
The raft,
and there's a raft out there.
Dun, dun.
And this is just the smallest pond. This
can you? Place. Yes. All right. Here's the thing. We know a lot of people.
Yeah.
These 3 girls, and they are like cis females. They are girls, right? We think, but would they ever go swimming in this pond? I wouldn't go swimming in this pond. You look at the top of the pond and you're like, nope. What's that stuff on the top of the? Nope.
It doesn't really have a beach at all. It doesn't have any. It reminds me of there's a great SNL skit about it's a country music guy singing a song about going to the lake and how great it is. But
yes, I've heard that song.
You've seen that. Yeah, it's great. But that's what it reminded me of. I'm like, yeah, it's the water's brown. It's like not. But they go out to the raft though.
Yeah, and Art, in case you forgot, it's a horror movie.
Yeah, if there's a little
on the water, Art. There's a hat. I'm trying so hard to make this
behind them. They can't see it.
Yeah,
by the way,
see it. What's it say, Art?
It says number 1 dad.
Number 1 dad.
And it's just floating as if it would be sitting on a person's head, floating down the river.
Yes, or it's made of styrofoam.
They don't have blood on it or anything. No, it's just floating along. Could be a beaver under that hat.
You never know. I've seen a lot of.
Yeah, and
I've seen a lot of hats on beavers,
and they're putting sunscreen on each other, and it's.
And there's a beaver dam.
Yeah.
What do you do when you're a 20-something-year-old girl that cares about what they look like makeup-wise? What are you going to do? You're going to swim over to a beaver dam.
Yeah, because they want to see a beaver. Sometimes people want to.
They just want to see beavers. Mm-hmm. Yep. And so they all head over, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah. It's not far, though. When you say they all head over, you're acting like this is an inconvenience. This pond is small. This is small.
Which makes me think all of the beaver shit that's in the pond. The beavers don't go use a bath. They don't go shit at their friend's house or on their coffee table. They shit. They're like, there they go. So,
and also, I don't mean to get into this, Eric. Why would there be beavers in this pond? Like, what are they building? It's not like they're on a...
There's a couple things. Because we have the Ipswich Sanctuary. There's a dam. The dam's used to make an environment and kill everything that's in the area. Right. But then the beaver house, which I think is called the beaver...
Lodge.
There you go. The lodge. Like they have 2 floors and a freaking chimney.
That's awesome.
Oh, welcome to the lodge.
And then they got the big chairs. And
yeah.
Oh,
they got the little...
they got brandy and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, welcome back, Jenny. Have a cognac. So that's probably a beaver lodge.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So not a dam. So they live.
Well, they call it a dam, though.
Well, they don't know, Art. The director probably doesn't even know.
So they see at the dam or lodge, whatever they are, there's green goo, our stuff that we saw earlier splattered all over this, and they're kind of like, is that green beaver piss?
They were like, it's normal. Why would beavers piss all over their house? I'm just like, why would you spend one more second at this pond when you discover this? You would be like, it's in me. I mean, just.
And then they turn over. They hear something, and
what is it?
Is this supposed to be a jump scare? Like, what is this supposed to be?
It's
Do
a joke.
you want to say what it is
later? That's what
I know. It's a joke for later. I know it's setting us up.
That is all it is.
It's a bear. There is a bear, I guess, apparently across the river from them. The geography of this set is very confusing to me. But the bear is standing up on his hind leg. It's like this. Yeah.
Then there's a gunshot. Oh, I know why there's a bear, because we're introducing Here's my description.
Okay.
Discount senior Indiana Jones with a rifle.
Yes. This is our Quint character. The rugged hunter that comes into the movie.
Yeah.
In grizzly bear movies, there are always a character like this,
Yeah.
the ranger who comes in.
Yeah. Another guy who they said, make sure you improv half your lines.
Yeah.
So, it's just introduction. I'm sure you were just riveted by the dialogue. My name's Smith with a Y.
Funny.
It's so funny.
Eric, that's
only with an I. It's funny and it's important.
But, okay.
Everybody.
Question for you. Why, when they do that in this movie, and they do this often in this movie, Smith with a Y, and you're like, okay, is that supposed to be funny or is it supposed to be quirky? Is that supposed to be weird? And then I'm like, if it's supposed to be funny, I think you can do better. Do you know what I mean? I think I could do better, and I'm not funny. I'm not a comedian, but I'm like,
you are funny, by the way. The director laughed, and they said, "Keep it." Whereas, why would this guy say this? Let somebody else have. Everybody doesn't have to be quirky. It's like the freaking Avengers movies, like Marvel movies now. Every single superhero somehow is a smartass. I'm like, does anybody have a different personality? No. But I'm going to say something to you, and you
push it harder, Eric. Though push it harder.
Yeah. What
in this?
Oh, you want to push it harder?
Now I realize I'm talking about the beaver movie.
No, okay,
and I'm like,
right.
Push
we'll
it
talk
harder.
About the push
harder. Lean into the comedy harder. If you're going to do that, be like
beavers.
Smith with a the eye. I like to have a little circle over the top of the eye. I like to make it a little hard. Yeah. If you're ever writing it down or something, like just keep going, or if you're going to go that way, but otherwise make him I don't know. You're the one who's telling me you wanted to make a horror movie,
right?
It's like make this guy, I don't know, grungier or something.
He's like this, and I was like, what? I'm going heavy on his accent, but which he doesn't falter. He's like, what are you doing here? And
no, I want to be clear, Eric, before you go. This guy's not a bad actor. He's not a bad actor. Yeah.
He's very, I'm sure he's been in something else.
Yeah.
But the girls say, oh, she's covered up now. She's got her hands over her boobs right now. Like, I'm doing it like everybody can see me. It's Venus, except double Venus. She's doing a double Venus.
Did you coin that phrase just now? The double Venus?
I'm going to do it from now on. Like,
we'll keep it. Yeah.
You come out of the shower.
Trademark,
like,
Erik Rodenheiser.
And the girls say, we're looking for beavers, which, again, you're pushed into this, your mindset of the movie from the poster. And he says, hell, ain't we all looking for beavers? So,
but then he says, you ladies should cover up. And I don't just mean the one with no top. Sort of, right? He's like your midriffs, your
look that. Yeah. We got decent folk in this neighborhood.
Your stomach, your legs.
We got decent folk, but yet I said, ain't we all looking for beaver?
Right. He does. Credit to the actor. He does say it with kind of a wink in his eye, but I think he's serious. I don't know.
He's not. He doesn't come off as like. Yeah, because I'm doing it like he's evil and lecherous, but he's like just a guy, and he saved them from the bear.
He did, and he also warns them, don't go mess. Beavers will mess with you. That's
beavers. They will. They can mess with you.
Yeah.
They don't like, they're we learn a lot about beaver.
We do. Beaver. Is any of it true? I didn't want to look at it. I didn't want to.
I couldn't. All I know for true is that's all I know. And that I did look up one fact for you that I'll share later.
Okay, good.
I did. I'm like, Art's going to want to know.
Yeah.
I looked it up for you, Art. I did it for you. And why don't you put some clothes on? Art's showing his midriff right now. It's really...
Well, it's, Erik.
I have the same top.
We have the person who casts this podcast, Erik.
It's like, you got to look
they're like the type. They have a type, right? Yeah.
So we get another POV of something, but this time you hear it because it's going.
Doesn't sound like what you know beavers to sound like, Erik.
I would have preferred if you heard like, oh no, That would have been better.
Ah, midriff.
Right.
Midriff, bare stomach. Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah. So the back at the cabin.
Yes. Back at the cabin. It's nighttime now. Suddenly, we're back at the cabin, and we're gonna have our.
Skip.
It's a truth or dare. Would you rather?
And the would you
I do have to say. I do have to say. I a little like the would you rather that they make her choose.
Did you?
with,
Because they went.
I thought it was
hard.
gross. Don't
So
get me
bad.
wrong, but I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
but to be fair, she plays the game and does it, and then the other two are like, oh,
Yeah.
but I'm like, you presented her with two horrible things. That's the way the game.
Do it.
I guess, Eric, I'm like, that's the way the game is played.
That's the way it's played. If you can't play the game, then don't sit there. Right?
That's right.
Yeah.
But they're playing that, and we've seen this in the movies before, done better. I think of Cabin in the Woods when they're playing dares.
Yeah.
And so
don't bring me back there.
No, I know, but
you did.
No.
Oh, don't worry. You can huff and puff. Sorry, I went back to Cabin in the Woods.
But Cabin in the Woods, we have a group of likable people,
Yep.
and then they're playing the games, and it's kind of fun and cinematic, and what they're doing. But here, we're getting more backstory here. What we learn, we should say, is Jen saw a picture of her boyfriend kissing somebody. It was on Facebook. It was on social media,
and you can't see who it is. You
can't see who is in the picture.
And that's the breakup thing, and that's why they had to get out and go to the cabin instead of go to the Hilton.
So we're learning.
They all chose to go to a cabin with a piss pond.
That's right. And I
have to ask you this, Art. So we see a POV here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure it sounds like a creature, right?
Yes.
So does it have a flashlight?
No.
Because
it's
like
going to...
You're shining. It looks like whatever it is carrying a flashlight.
Yes.
Okay.
But I think that's not supposed to be who we think.
Okay. Well, right now I'm like, so a beaver has...
But they're crazy cheating. You and I have seen this type of cheating, even in movies we like a lot, Eric. They'll do a sound effect or something to make us think something is going on. This is
smarter than that.
But this one is way too ham-handed. It's like, if we show it.
Wait, you said ham-handed? Double Venus? It's way too double Venus. Let's just go back to that scene. Can we go back to that scene? I'm just going to scroll back in my notes and let's start there again. No.
They do talk, though. They do talk that on a former game of Truth or Dare that Jen and Mary made out.
In case you're forgetting who they are, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Jenny has blonde hair and Mary
has glasses.
They're not Zoe. That's all.
But Zoe mentions it. Zoe's like, you two made out, last time. And it seems a little uncomfortable between Jen and Mary when she brings that up.
Yeah. And then there's a heavy thud. Because you know why? All right, we're in a horror movie. I don't know if you know, but Zombeavers is a horror. But Zoe goes outside to check. And
she seems excited to go. She's
like, she throws her beer. She's like, I'm going to check.
Yeah. I'm starting to come around to Zoe in the movie at this point. I should say I am.
So everybody, just so you know, I watched the movie all the way through. So did Art. So I'm on Team Zoe. Now you're seeing maybe she's kind of fun. It wasn't the fact that she took her top off or has tiny bikini bathing suit. None of that. She's fun in a bad way.
I would also mention, Eric, it doesn't have anything to do with the fact that she has pretty good legs. That would also not.
No, zero body fat. Yeah, she does have. Yeah, and speaking of legs,
but that doesn't have anything to do with getting
a
on
little
Team
beaver
Zoe.
rubbing up against my leg right now. When I realize, why are you laughing? It's my cat.
I'm not. We're so
cat, which is different, and I won't say it. It's a little cat. This is our impish. This is going to be us impish.
This is going to be a tough one.
There's another heavy thud, and the door behind her closes.
Yeah, they're out on the porch. So the three of them are stuck out on the porch. What happened?
Guess what happens? The boyfriends show up. The world's greatest boyfriends. If you thought the girls were kind of nudgy, now you have three of the world's greatest boyfriends. Like there's no other choice. They got these guys.
And once again, I think this is in the writing, Eric, because I think these guys, or the improving, because I think these guys aren't bad actors, right? They're good. They have like there's potential here, but right away, one of them I like right away. Yeah. And this is and it's not because we're on Team Zoe, but the guy who's with Zoe, he comes out. This is Buck. It's his name.
And Buck would not be described as your average handsome guy. He's your average, just doughy. He had a lot of potato chips. But remember when you said this has no substance? It does, Art. Remember the kid and his dad and the loss of his dad and the number one dad? Well, Zoe really has been damaged by boys. Probably, her parents or her dad wasn't nice to her. So she's choosing vulnerable, fun people instead of the handsome guy. And Buck is funny.
That's what I said. Buck's with Zoe. He's funny. It's funny guy wins on this. Like,
funny, horny guy who is appreciated by Zoe. He's like, I haven't had sex in 24 hours.
He's like...
36 hours. Sorry.
He says, pardon me, everybody in the audience. He says, my dick's asleep. Wake up my dick. Wake up my dick, honey. And she's loving, you can tell she is like, having a great time with him. Oh. And you can tell the actors are having those two actors together are having a really fun time. Yep. And I hope they are. But they're having a fun time too. And then we have
Tommy, right?
Tommy, he's more like the quarterbacky, athletic looking guy. That guy was, if you remember, It Follows. He was the guy who he was the original guy that she gets the virus that ties her up and gives her the virus. He's that guy. Yeah. He was good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. These guys are good. These are, and then we get Jen's boyfriend who's on the outs. He's there.
Wait.
Mary's with Tommy. Mary's with Tommy.
Yeah. Sam,
the quarterback guy. Sam comes out of the house. He was the one who shut the door in the house. Yeah. And Sam is like, I would say, Sam is like a John Cusack-y wannabe like guy. Like he has sort of a.
If you didn't like John Cusack. Yeah.
If you didn't like John Cusack. Yeah. But he seems like a right away. Credit to the movie. Right away, you're like, I don't know that I like this guy for Jen. I don't know. He seems like he's a little sleazy, and
none of them except for maybe Buck is funny.
Buck is funny.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah,
it's not registering, and like you said, it's all sexual talk, and these guys are like they want to get it on right now. Right now. They've showed up, and they are like. And let's go. And Zoe, of course, is like,
let's go. Yeah,
let's go.
You know what? Mary says, sure, you guys can stay. Next thing we know, our breakup couple is downstairs, Jenny and frickin' Tommy.
Sam. Jenny and Sam,
sitting there. But upstairs, everybody's going at it.
Yeah.
Mary's going at it. They're all... Zoe and Buck having the most verbal sex that you can possibly have.
And we should say that Buck is saying during intercourse, he's saying, what is his line here? Because I'm getting confused because there are some.
And she's like, I know. He's like, I feel like a Power Ranger. I mean, they were like, just go to town. And they're doing it doggy style. So we get to see his beautiful Pillsbury Dough body with his, what do you call that hat?
With the ears on the flaps on the hat.
The flap hat. And God bless her, she's sitting there, but she seems to be enjoying it.
Yeah. And it's hilarious. Well, it is a callback to in the very first scene we saw with the girls. They were like, oh, what if your boyfriend was cheating on you, Zoe? And she was like, my boyfriend's never going to cheat. He's not going to cheat on me ever. But we didn't know at that point what he meant. Now we know. Now we know. So it did make me laugh. It did make me laugh later at that reveal earlier.
Yeah. But downstairs in the cabin, we got the photo of Sam kissing someone else, and she's, they're arguing. Who cares? Blah blah blah. She slaps him in the face twice.
Twice, and the second time really hard.
Yeah,
kind of. Yeah,
it's like that. And we
then-
think,
then
okay,
he-
she's holding her own.
Yeah, no, but they get up, and then he goes up to her, and he's like, "Okay, and how about we just, sort of make up here? We'll kiss." And you think, "Oh, shoot, Jen's gonna fall for this, and he's kind of," and then she just knees him right in the groin. Foreshadowing. Foreshadowing, too.
Foreshadowing. She needs
It is foreshadowing, yeah.
And we're at 25 minutes into a relatively short movie. And I'm going to try to say.
And we're an hour into the podcast.
We are, yes. Because, beavers are very interesting. You know that I love talking about beavers. And, so there's been no beavers. We've been hearing beavers. We've been hearing noises of beavers. But no, no real except for the two beavers on their lodge.
So Jen goes into the bathroom. Because our couples finish having sex, and Mary strangely just right away puts on her glasses and starts reading.
Well, she's got.
And Tommy's like, what's going on? Like,
well, she's got a. I know. He's like, did you finish?
Yeah, she completely disinterested after he's done.
Well,
like,
you didn't finish,
like,
did you?
It was almost like, she's super like, moaning and doing all of that, and then she's like, finished.
Yeah,
put on my glasses. Get a book.
Okay, good. Can't wait to get into Chaucer.
Yeah. So Jen goes to the bathroom.
Yes, so bathroom.
Underwear corner.
Underwear
corner.
Ba. Welcome to Underwear Observations with Erik Rodenheiser. Creepy? No. I like underwear because it's fun. No one gets to see it. Shame on us. Shame on us.
I did have I have my notes. I'll let Erik handle this one.
The underwear is very anti-Jenny. So because you said at the beginning, there's some underlying things here where she's pretending to be sexy on the outside, but on the inside, there's no way that her big white underwear is fitting in those tiny shorts. So she was not wearing that underwear today. So she was a little modest on set, and they gave her this full underwear set. There's no way she was wearing a thong 100%. So where did this underwear come from was my first thought. I'm like, did she pack a separate set of like, don't touch me, I'm not in the mood underwear? Because that's what she's wearing right now.
Yeah, this is like
very white and plain.
Very white, plain, functional,
nice sides, sturdy
underwear.
Sides. Like in your 40s. If you're in your 40s, you're like, you know what? I need more side.
Yeah.
That's what she did.
Yeah. So
there you go. There's my underwear observation.
And so, but she sort of hears something, Erik, in the corner of the bathroom.
It's another
and it's something there. And there's the shower, the bathtub with the shower curtain pulled.
Here we go.
And she goes over to it. It's like we're like in psycho Alfred Hitchcock territory here, Erik. She slides back the curtain, and it is a zombie beaver in the tub. Our first full-on view of a zombie beaver.
Yes, it is an angry, crazy puppet beaver, but in my opinion, it looks great. It's like, but it's not making those little noises now. All of a sudden, it's got growls like a...
Erik, and I will say, they amp the sound. Oh. I had my sound system on in the living room watching it, and it's like, it sounds like those sounds are coming from all around you, and the bass kicks in.
Yes.
And it really...
This is a puppet, everybody, but I have to say I love it because what they did was they put on those glossy eyes, so it's just white, glossy, greeny. So something's up with this beaver, but you can't know it's a zombie art because how would you know? There's been no. We don't know.
We know something's wrong with this beaver.
Yes, something's wrong with the beaver in the shower.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what the doctor said. So anyways. She falls down and the beaver comes up over the lip of the tub, and one of its arms is kind of floppy on the puppet, you can tell, but It's great because there's a puppeteer sitting in the tub with the puppet coming up over the top. Yes. And they have to cut, right, so quickly. They can't show us too much of the puppet.
Picture of your Jim Henson fan. This is Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas, but the entire family's gone rabid.
Yes, right.
So that could be what the beaver is.
Mm-hmm.
It could be rabid, even though we know it's a zombie.
And then it jumps out of the tub. She gets out. She's screaming bloody murder. Screaming like, and everybody's like, whoa, that brings everybody down. Yeah.
And I think this is where the line is. I don't know why I wrote it down, but somebody says, who the fuck is crying on vacation day? I mean, you can tell
that's our guy Buck.
Right.
That's our guy Buck.
And he also says things like, Jen, you're a really ugly crier.
I think the director was just letting him go, right? On the
forgot
set,
about everything else. Yep.
Yeah. And
Yep.
So,
but they go
having the time of his life, this young actor, I'm sure, on that set.
Yeah, I would have him in something.
Yeah.
Maybe not a horror movie. But he goes to the bathroom to make fun of Jen, and then a few of these beaver jump scare.
Yes. Well, because the beaver's in the vanity underneath the sink.
Yeah, it went from the bathroom into the vanity.
Yeah, and it jumps out of the vanity, and so it's just crazy. So they're kind of just moving that puppet all around and taking really quick shots. And but it seems ferocious. They're doing
big ass teeth, the huge.
Mm-hmm. And Tommy beats the crap out of this beaver with a baseball bat. Like, beats it so much he's almost cutting it in half by bludgeoning it.
Yes, there's blood everywhere. Blood gets splatted on our underwear. I think, is it that one? No. But lots of blood. And it doesn't seem to be dead.
No, it's still moving around.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to put that thing in a garbage bag. You throw it on the porch, right? But that's what you do. You throw it on the porch. So we got dead beaver beaten with a bat.
It's out on the porch.
Yep.
And so they're all in the main room of the house, sort of regrouping here. And Mary and them, they're like, we should go. We should get out of here. And the guys are like, what? We just drove 4 hours to get here. The thing's dead.
Well, you know what,
so,
Art? I've never seen a beaver up close. Where you going? What's wrong? Don't you have a response? Buck says, I've never seen a beaver up close before.
Yeah.
So his girlfriend says, oh, okay, I'll do it. Well, maybe you should try going down on me once in a while.
Oh, that's right. Yes. Yeah.
Now we know that Buck doesn't like,
I guess.
He's never also seen a beaver, and he doesn't like
another beaver. Foreshadowing here, Eric. Buck says, I don't want to ride back. My foot has fallen asleep.
Wow, look at you searching the dialogue.
My foot. So I'm picking these things up, actually. And he's like, my foot's
this may be their last night. So these are all interchangeable dialogues, by the way, but I think it's Sam that says it. He's like, it's our last night. We probably just need to have an orgy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm like, are they all... There's just one brain, except Mary's a little smarter.
Well, and then Jen says, well, all right, I'll tell you what, though. If we're staying, I'm sleeping with you, Mary.
Yeah.
And then Mary there's like a little weird exchange there.
Yeah. So maybe that truth or dare thing was.
But then quick cut out there, Eric, we see on the porch, the garbage bag.
Yes.
It starts moving, or it's moving around that garbage bag.
Yes, so
that they put out on the porch. But next day, suddenly next day, and I don't know why. I know why. The hunter. We're watching the hunter, but we're watching him set up like a trap. But we're not even doing a close up. I don't even know how this trap works, because they're shooting him from like a mid distance, and that's it. Like,
you hear growling noises.
You do hear growling noise.
And completely cut scene is my guess.
Okay, that's okay. Something didn't look right, right?
There's no time in the movie to do it. There's no time to see another beaver.
And they're going for a swim the next morning. So
the beaver's missing from the porch.
Beaver's missing from the porch. They're going for a swim.
amazing paw prints. Blood, like the beaver stepped in blood and did it on purpose. Like, I'm going to show him I'm walking the water. It was
they look like a paw prints. Yeah, you'd see at the Children's Science Museum or something.
This is a raptor.
So Jen, I'm a little with Jen here though. Jen's like, guys are going swim. There could be rabid beavers around. Like, what the F? There's a rabid beaver.
Yeah. Where they saw the beaver dam lodge, right there, the damn beaver lodge.
They're going to go
Let's
swimming.
go swimming there after we just beat the shit out of a beaver that may have crawled its way back to the pond with its blood and piss and shit and just dove right in there and swam around and threw up.
Yeah.
Let's go there.
So Jen stays on the beach while the crew are in swimming. They all go swimming in there.
Different bathing suits. So they brought multiple bathing suits because the other ones
for just their girls' weekend away.
Yeah, they probably rotted off from going in the pond the first time.
Yeah, so they're teasing the crap out of Jen, the people from the water.
Want to go in the water,
and you can just stand up. If you notice, they just stand up in the middle of this pond. You stand up, and it looks like it's waist high, like it's, or maybe like chest high.
Yeah, but they did dive. They did dive at one point.
They did dive, but
can
you? I think you have to be careful.
Yes.
Yeah.
You hit a beaver.
When you're diving?
Yes.
Yeah.
Accidentally. And they're all on the dock thing, the float.
The raft that's out there, yeah.
And this is where there's some exposition here. We realize that in the photo, who fesses up?
Well, it's Sam. Sam was the guy in the photo, and he was Mary was the girl.
Mary was the girl.
Photo.
We find out it's Mary. Glasses Mary.
So Sam says, "Hey, listen." He says to Mary, "Why don't you confess? But then you can say to her, it meant nothing. It was just silly. It was whatever, and she'll believe you." And Mary's like, because then she'll hate me. Like,
yeah, he doesn't want to take the hit.
Nope. So Jen's going to go in and she starts to put her feet in the water. And then she's like, something goes by. Do we get an underwater? Start to get some underwater POVs of
this is where you must
of the beavers
and Art, because she is about 6 to 7 inches in the water. So whatever brushed by her is paper thin. But you get a POV, Jaws style under the water.
Yeah.
And another reason why you should even be in that water, because it looks like humanoids from the deep water. It's just like,
Well, like I said, you can see their feet are like on the bottom.
Yes.
So you know it's not. And then Buck gets pulled under.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden, they do it.
There's blood.
Blood's coming up. Buck's pulled under the water, and then they do an homage to Jaws. They do the vertigo shot with Jen, whoop, with the background.
Yep.
Like Roy Scheider from Jaws when the shark attacks.
Decided to be clever now, all of a sudden, with their shots.
But the timing isn't right on it. The timing doesn't match up, like the way the pull under the water and then seeing it's like I felt like the editing could have been a little tighter on that or something. It's just like a throwaway.
At least we got some action now. Now we got some action.
Yes, yeah, because Tommy gets pulled under too.
Yeah, so they're probably dead.
Well, no, because Buck comes up out of the water, blood around him in the water, and he has his foot in his hand.
He has his foot. And not only this prop they were so proud of, which you can get, at any horror convention, but it's a prop foot, and it is not at all eaten up except for it being severed at the top. So the beaver must have been like, and just bit it off like that. Clean cut.
Yeah, it's not. It doesn't look like. It doesn't look like the deer guts we saw earlier.
No, this is look, it's a joke. I'm holding my foot.
Yeah, because even when Tommy beat the crap out of that beaver and basically almost cut it in half, there's all this blood and intestines stringy together, but it's just a foot
because it's funny.
Yeah,
and they make their way back on the raft. Tommy gets attacked by the beaver from the back. We got a beaver from the back. back, beaver.
He jumps up on him and takes a chunk out of his shoulder, right? And he's got that, yeah. And so
There's a great line here. Did you miss it?
I might have.
Oh, well, here it is. I figured there was nothing else going on in Zombeavers that you would have every single line written down. But they want to tie off the foot, so he doesn't bleed to death. So she says, we have to tie it off.
And they're going to hand the bikini top.
She says, use this. And he goes, it's too small.
So they end up using the dog's life vest, which I thought was kind of cute that they had the dog. The dog is on the raft with them.
We have the dog. The dog is still in the movie, right?
Dog. But he had a little life vest on so he could go out to the raft.
Yes.
But they take that to tie Sam's foot up so I guess they can cinch it and cut off the blood flow.
Yep. Yeah, and the beavers are heading towards the raft. And remember, Jen's on the land, so she runs back to the cabin. And
she goes to pick up the phone, Eric.
Yeah.
And they show us a shot of the phone connection outside the house.
Yeah.
And there are evenly on each side of it 2 beaver claw marks. And then it looks like beaver teeth marks that the phone's been clearly disconnected by the beavers.
Fun facts about beavers is they're super intelligent. And we'll find out more about beavers later. I'll save it.
Yes.
But apparently beavers are very intelligent.
Yeah.
Because they can build a whole lodge. They can have a bearskin rug in the right place in front of the fire.
So right now we break out, Eric. This is one of our things on the podcast we run into. There's what's going on the raft and out there. Yeah. And then there's the house where Jen is. Jen is in the house.
Then the house?
Let's do the raft first.
All right, let's do the raft. I'm going to have to. Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we're on the raft, and great eyes on the beavers. I really like. Great
eyes.
But what I mean is that they made them so blank that it actually works.
I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah.
So, the beavers, they're all on the raft. The beavers are heading to, when you wind up one of those submarine toys, that's what it looks like. The beavers like, coming towards the raft.
Yeah. And then they do some CGI when they're showing them just below the surface. It's clear that they're doing a little CGI of the beavers.
They're breaking through the bottom of the raft.
Yes, they start coming up like a
skull,
like orca or something. Yeah.
And I love how you can still hear them, even though their mouths would probably be filled with water.
Yeah, so they're on top of the raft. They got to avoid these beavers coming.
What are you going to do? How are you going to? What do you do, Art, to stop the beavers from attacking?
If you have a complete jerk like Sam, on your thing, and you have a director that, like, I wouldn't be able to do this in my movie. But Sam says, this is what we got to do. Distract them.
Yep.
Picks up Zoe's dog and just tosses him into the water.
Yep. And you think the dog could get away, right? You see the dog
swimming,
and the beavers are like,
yeah, that's the CGI I told you. We see them under the water.
Oh, the under the water CGI.
Under the water, they're like going towards him. You see them sort of underneath.
And the beavers take down the dog.
Yes, they come up. They just and they pull him under. Dog's gone.
I was like, wow, bold choice. Because usually the dog shows up at the end of the movie, like, okay, this dog dead.
I know.
But it gives him a chance to swim to shore.
Right. Yeah.
And so now we could go to the cabin, can't we?
Yes, we can go to the cabin where Jen was trying to call somebody on the phone. Right, and the beavers cut the line.
Yes.
And then Beaver in the Kitchen.
Beaver in the Kitchen. Yep. It's very
Beaver in the Kitchen.
dangerous to have a beaver.
I remember that song. Remember we used to learn it in first grade? They'd learn it.
Right.
Yeah.
There's a beaver in the kitchen. There's a beaver on the stairs. There's a beaver in the bathroom. Yeah.
The teacher would bring in their banjo, the music teacher.
Right.
Beaver.
Everyone loves my beaver. I have it at my house. Come and see my beaver. So Jenny gets scratched by the beaver.
Ooh, yeah.
right?
It's the one from the garbage because it is in half. It is like viscera. It's cut. It's
It
sort
is.
of in.
You don't notice it right now, but I guess you would think it's the beaver that.
Well,
so
because
it
it's
left and
all
came back.
It did because it was
Had
was
to cut
all.
the wires.
Yeah,
You had to
that's
go
right.
outside and cut the wires first.
That's right.
And
But
when she's on the ground right in the kitchen, and they have what do you call it, an island? They have like a nice island
in the middle of the kitchen.
Yeah, and a knife drops like from where
with a sound effect as if it was a lead pipe dropping
Yeah.
on the ground. Yeah,
it sticks in the floor.
Yes.
So what's happening?
So she stabs it.
Yeah,
and then
fending it off.
she jumps up onto the island. And it's an island with a stove in it. You know,
Yeah,
it has
really.
like
I'm jealous of the kitchen.
a stove in the island.
Yep.
And she is up there. And remember, she's in her bikini,
Her
everybody.
yellow bikini.
Yellow bikini. And we kind of get the poster we talked about at the beginning is animated. So we get the poster image here. We're going to get our poster image. Yeah.
It's like stripper on table, add a beaver. No, add another. So that our killer beaver is now crawling towards her crotch.
Yes,
'Cause
her legs are splayed out and it's
out.
coming towards her, but she's got a knife.
Yes,
and so it's the image. They take a shot of it in the image, and I'm like, I go to a lot of film festivals over the course of my life, even like some horror film festivals, and these are movies you've never seen before. So they usually have a program, you know, and in the program they'll put little stills from the movie because you don't even know what these movies are, most of them. This is the still, right? This is the still, Eric, you'd put in the program for people to go, I want to see that
whatever
movie.
this is.
Whatever this is, I want to go see this.
Yes. And like you said, the beaver is basically split in half, attached by
maybe some skin.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit of skin. Yeah.
No way it could be alive. And because we were so excited, I just want to point out, in case anyone was like, oh, you forgot this part. On the raft, Joey drop kicks a beaver just to kick goes flying.
Mm-hmm.
So just in case. But she's stabbing it, and I guess she seems like she kills it because she stabbed it, I thought, in the head, but no.
It was the neck. It's the neck. She gets it in the neck. I thought they missed something here. I don't know if it was a gas range or an electric range where she could have put the gas on and maybe burned
this
it.
Would have been,
I thought
I'd rather see more of this. Yes.
Yeah.
They could do complete Gremlins homage where she's just,
I thought that was going to happen. I totally thought that's where that was going. And we'd have a fiery beaver chasing her around. Yeah. Like
well, you don't want that. That's not good. And the people, here's where, if you take the guy's foot off, you took Buck's foot off, which to me was like, why would you take his foot off? Because it was funny. But now they run from the lake. He's being held, but he's not having much of a problem running.
No.
With no foot.
Yeah, they did use CGI. Director even says, well, we use CGI was to digitally remove the actor Buck's foot.
Take out his calf or something.
Yeah, but he's carrying his foot.
He's carrying his foot because it's so funny, right? But she goes to run outside, Jenny, and opens the door, and there's our group.
Mm-hmm.
They made it back to the cabin, and the beavers are in hot pursuit, following on the porch. Yeah. Gosh.
But then the beavers retreat a little bit, right? The beavers sort of retreat.
Yeah.
What's going on?
I don't know. But they all inside realize, they don't say it, but they realize that this beaver is a zombie beaver. Let's put those two words together. Zombeaver. Get it?
Yeah.
It's also kind of funny because beaver.
Is this where do they put one through its head? Do they put one through?
Sam stabs it again.
Yeah,
and I looked because
through
if it's a zombie, technically be stabbed in the head, except for one movie.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think. Yeah.
So
so they're all arguing. It's that thing of what are we going to do? Can we make a run for it? Which is kind of, I mean, I have to say this is kind of comical because we're talking about beavers, but they're like, those beavers, They're out there. They're like, what are we going to do? Should we make a run for it? We can use a truck. And they're all saying like, Buck's foot's off. So how long is Buck going to last?
Right. Because he's still bleeding. I mean, he's just got a tourniquet.
They tied off his with a life preserver on there.
And then we hear about the photo again. It's like, I love the guy says exactly what I was thinking. He's like, it doesn't matter. We have bigger problems now.
Right. But what's interesting is that Zoe's the one who gives it away, the photo.
Yeah.
Zoe just says, hey, she comes out. She's angry because Sam killed her dog.
Yep. Yeah.
And so she just comes out and says, Mary was in the photo. And that
very
that gets
important,
it all
everyone. Very important to the plot. And Sam, the beaver's still alive. The table beaver.
Well, because outside, they all the beavers start slapping their tails on the ground.
Yes.
The zombie beavers. They're like, thump, thump, thump. Those tails all outside, and they're all like, oh. And the one in the kitchen starts doing it in rhythm with the ones outside, but it's dead, but its tail is signaling the ones outside. So Sam,
not dead.
Sam cuts its head off, and it's a pretty gruesome cut because he pulls the head off, and it's like the red stringy cords and everything. And he goes outside and he throws it outside. And you see, there's a lot of eyes, those glowing eyes out in the.
This is outside. Where when you lose track of what you're trying to make as a movie, and you find it accidentally, is it's dark now, and the beavers. It was a very simple way of doing it, I'm sure, but you can see the beavers' glowing eyes, and I was like, oh, cool, scary horror movie, the beavers' glowing eyes, right? And I don't know if you know, we're doing Beaver Fact, but Beaver Fact is when they say, oh, we could probably make it to the car. You know, beavers are fast in the water, but they're slow on land. Beavers can run short distances, 20 to 35 miles an hour.
Did not know that.
That's like a T-Rex.
Right.
I mean, granted, they have smaller legs. But
they should have put that in the movie. Why didn't they say that? Somebody could be like, oh, no, beavers can run. Yeah, no, we can't make a run for it.
How do you think they freaking followed him from the pond all the way to the house? They're right there.
Yeah.
So they contemplate going to the neighbor's place. Remember the neighbors?
Yeah, because you can see the neighbor's house. The neighbor's house is in eye shot of this place.
Yeah.
But they're like, no, what we'll do is we'll take the car and we'll take Tommy's like, I'll take the car and take Buck to a hospital, and then we'll send help back. And I'm like, why wouldn't everybody be like, I'm getting in the frickin' car?
Get in the car.
Why only?
Everybody get in the car.
I didn't understand this. I'm like,
we're going to leave you with a dozen or so deadly beavers that you can't kill. And I'm going to bring Buck to the hospital. And Zoe's like, F that, I'm coming with you.
Yes.
So
Zoe wants nothing to do with anybody anymore. Jen, Mary, any of these people.
No. So she goes in the car with them.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get beaver jump scare.
Yes. On the window.
Yeah.
With its like foamy on the window, it's saliva. So I guess they decide they're going to board up the windows. Your favorite, Erik, where, houses, every house you ever go into has all sorts of lumber in the basement that you could just board up your windows with.
Yeah, It's just it's just boards that you can use for the windows. So we have them. I'll go and get them.
Yeah.
We have doors. I got a half a dozen doors I can just bring up here. But we go to the neighbor's house. So there's other people in the movie. And I like these guys. I like the neighbors.
Oh, it's one of the best lines in the movie right here. Right?
This guy, the husband, sitting on the chair, petting the dog, which I think is it's a standard lab or whatever. No,
yeah.
But he's been in movies before. He's like, I don't know.
His name's Brent Briscoe. I had to look him up because I'm like, his voice is just so familiar to me. And he's been in a lot of stuff, but probably the most notable one people would know him from, biggest role, most like critical acclaim, was this really cool movie called A Simple Plan with Bill Paxton and Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah.
He's the third guy in that. Yes, that's him.
He's like, we need that money. We got to get that money.
Yes.
He was so good in that.
Which I always say, it was a pineapple. That's a lot.
It was a pineapple. Get it?
Yeah, that's him.
You think we're stupid, don't you? Like he's just.
Yeah, but it's a good movie. If any of you haven't checked it out, it's actually a really good movie. But he was in it.
All right, that you're referring to probably is when the wife says, "Did you hear something?" And he says, "What? What does he say?"
He says, it's probably just them kids scissoring each other to Lady Gaga. And I want to say, Eric, if that was an improv, bravo. That was that is if that was an improv, that guy's. I mean, even just at least that moment is genius.
Yep,
genius.
Oh boy.
And his delivery is so deadpan, not even looking up from his whatever he's reading.
And what a great couple they are. They're both of them are quick-witted. My daughter's a little bitch too, and I probably shouldn't.
And he's got his dog next to him. He keeps petting his dog.
Golden retriever. That's what I was thinking of. I think it's a golden retriever. A fairly mid-sized dog, right?
Good to point that out.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Mid-sized.
So he keeps petting him. We see the dog. He's sitting in his chair. So yeah.
You really want me to go over there and check up on a bunch of college girls?
I just must have to stay for the party. I love him. I love this guy. He's passed away, unfortunately, 2017. 56.
Oh.
He was only 56, passed away.
Oh.
But really a great presence.
More of this guy.
I do.
So many scenes are cut from him, I bet.
Yeah.
But he goes to pet the dog again because the mom goes upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
He goes to pet the dog, and he instead... Sorry, everybody. He's petting a beaver. He's touching a beaver.
Yeah.
And the beaver is not unhappy about it.
It's not kind of like, the rabid beavers we've seen.
No, beavers
and I know you mentioned it was a fairly large dog. Why did you want to point that out, Eric? Because
it has been probably 14 seconds since he pet the dog.
Yes.
So what I'm picturing is the beavers, which we'll find, I guess I can say now, we'll find out that according to this movie, are pranksters. Beavers are practical jokers. Like they set up cameras with each other and they're like, "What's this? What's this? Hey, Al, come over here. We got some sticks." And they're rubber sticks. I can't bite through it. Ah, you dummy. They're rubber. They're pranksters. Yeah. So what happened was the dog was there and the beavers are like, shh, shh, shh. Mom goes upstairs. They yank the dog, cover its mouth. And then another beaver goes in his place and is like, "I'm going to be the dog." That's all I can think of because the dog's gone.
And then Eric, they're like, the dog's gone and he's petting a rabid beaver. But then Eric, do they go like and subscribe, hit that subscribe button for more pranks?
Yeah, if you like what we're doing. Oh, if you like what like you see him get arrested. We were just kidding. Get out of here. I want these beavers out of the store. But the dog's gone.
Yeah. So, but there's no blood. It doesn't look like they ate the. But how did they get that dog out of it? Like, is the dog in on it?
The dog's got to be.
The dog's got to be in on it.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like those three guys, the impractical jokers. He's one of them. He's like, "All right, you guys. All right, I'll do it. All right. When he goes to pet you again, run away. Okay, I'll do it. And then he's back. He's in the kitchen with a monitor watching it. Like, he's petting the beaver. But they're driving away, and the road is blocked by a tree.
Yes. Yeah. Tommy, Zoe, and we have our guy in the back with his foot.
Missed opportunity here. It would have been great to see the tree fall instead of just hearing it.
Yeah.
The beaver's like,
yeah.
Because we know that's what happened. Because they're pranksters. They're practical jokers.
So the tree's down, but
they can't get to the hospital.
They can't get to the hospital, but then they see it look like somebody's pickup truck is over to the side of the road. And so what's the matter? Is something going on in here?
Well, the lizard is acting up. Maybe there's another animal in here. I got animals all over the place rubbing up against me. Yeah. Oh. So they see a truck, but here's what I'm confused, Art. Is it on this side of the tree or the other side?
Yes, it's on this side of tree.
Okay.
I was confused too about the geography of where the truck was there because it's on this side and it's off to the side. So he goes over and starts taking stuff out of the truck.
Well, you know what you
like
can't
an axe.
do, Art?
What
is there's two drivers. What you can't do is move a mid to small size tree with two vehicles plowing into it. You couldn't do that, right? You just
and so he gives Zoe a big axe.
He says there's guns and an axe, and he picks the axe. Yeah,
he gives her an axe, and then he says he's going to go on foot.
Yes, and get some help.
Right.
Yeah, and
so is Zoe okay? God, people are going to be like, why do they care about this? Is Zoe going to take the pickup truck back, or is she taking the car back?
She's going to take both vehicles, right?
But she's going to take the pickup truck. Why not their car? I don't know.
Well,
I was
because
really
it's got
confused.
the guns in it.
It's got the guns, so I guess they have something to fend off. You're right. Okay, now I understand.
I wonder. I have this next dialogue in front of me.
Okay.
I wonder. Do you think if I got Orsina come up here, she would read this dialogue cold?
Oh God, I don't remember this dialogue.
Oh, you don't? Orsina, are you down there?
Oh God,
my love. Hold on. Oh, Art, we're all in for a. I apologize, everyone. Never seen the movie. Orsina's never see it.
Oh, okay.
Amanda's never seen it. You won't see. Laura, don't look. Don't look. Come here. Don't look at the screen.
I'm not looking at
all
the
right,
screen.
Sure. Here, kiss first.
So get.
Okay.
Hi, Orsina.
You do.
Hi, Art. Can't look at you.
Just read the dialogue.
Get up on that mic. Get up on that mic.
I'm going to have you read the dialogue.
Uh-huh.
These two lines. Go ahead.
Starting with Zoe.
Yes. Zoe.
What is?
See, I don't know if she's going to do it.
No, that's horrible. I can't. Oh my God, that's awful. I am not saying that.
That's just what I wanted. I know that. See,
so I guess you're going to have to read it, Erik. You're going to have to read it.
It's part of the. It's a couple. They're working through their issues. It's a major part of Zombeavers, Lola. It's part of the intricate dialogue that's been created by master screenwriters.
Quality writing.
So Buck is, he's a little delirious. So he says to Zoe, I'll change the last word. All right. Just for everybody. Zoe, I'm sorry I never ate your snatch. Why wouldn't she read this? When we go back, I'm going to eat all of it in one day. Not done though. She's like, it's okay. And he's like, well, it just smells so bad.
God, this is. I can't believe you tried to get Ursina to read.
I know, but I knew she wouldn't. I knew everybody that my wife is above this.
Yes, she
lowbrow.
Good for you, Ursina.
Yeah, beaver.
Let Erik and I swim through this rabid beaver infested pond.
And it was improv. That was improv. And then all you get is screaming and the sound of a tree falling because budget?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
And
what happened?
Well, Tommy's under a relatively thin pine tree that fell or something. Like it doesn't look like
not a big one.
It doesn't look like a kill you instantly type of fall.
Because the actor had to get under it and they weren't going to make one.
But it looks like if it fell on you, it might not even knock you over.
No, but he's dead. He's crushed.
He's crushed under
the
tree.
From what we've seen, mangled beaver heads and stuff. This is not. Yeah. This is
no.
He's dead with some blood.
But we cut to our pranksters.
Get that on film? Did you get it?
There's two beavers with clearly have just chewed through the stump, and they're sort of
yeah. If you subscribe to our Patreon, you can actually see the tree hitting him.
They're very gremlin-like in this moment.
They are.
They're very very gremlin-like.
Like I guess beavers are pretty normal unless they get pissed off. Then they've got tactics, yo.
So Zoe's standing there on the road, and a beaver's right in front of her.
Yep.
And we learn, do they use their tail to do this? It flies up into the air. Like it's not far away from her. So it's not like it does a running jump. I think the tail propels it upwards.
Basically, what would that be called? A pounce. Picture like a cat pouncing. Or even better, picture if you guys have seen this movie, run and go see it if you haven't. But the Holy Grail. And the The killer rabbit.
Yes.
That's what this is. It is a 45-pound pudgy animal that has the ability to propel itself forward.
Like a cheetah or like a jaguar or something. It just jumps right up.
An animal that can float.
Yes.
But she shoots it.
No.
Right?
Somebody shoots it.
Oh, right.
Somebody shoots it. It blows it right out of the
Yeah.
boom. And it's our hunter.
It's Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones, he's there.
It's his truck.
That's his truck.
They all go into the truck and they're driving away and you hear, I thought I told you to cover up. And she's covered.
I know.
She's wearing a short sleeve, shirt kind of a thing. So
yeah. So our hunter's into the movie now. He's
in the movie.
Now
right?
he's in the movie.
Yeah.
Yep. Back at the cottage, they boarded everything up with all that lumber in the basement, apparently, including they're putting duct tape across the windows.
What?
Because that's going to help.
Yeah, that's on the outside of the window for glass. What are they doing?
And the beavers, the beavers start breaking in Night of the Living Dead style through all the things. And what I love about it is they're like they're puppets. They're clearly the puppets.
Hand puppet.
It's
hand puppets right now.
Yes, it's hand puppets coming into the window. And they're like gnawing on the wood, so they're splintering the wood and chewing it through. And Jen takes a knife and she starts shivving a beaver like she's in a prison drama.
It's
like, right?
She's handy with a knife.
She's going like, when you see the prisons when they assassinate somebody, it's real quick with the shiv.
As many as you can in before the warden catches wise.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's what she looks like.
Yeah.
And so she's stabbing these beavers. And when she's stabbing them, I love it because they're going like,
yeah. They're hamming it up.
Yeah.
Not that smart for animals that can cut phone wire. Not that smart. But here's another great line, which they really don't sound like this because they only did the beginning. But one of them says, they sound like babies. And one of them goes, yeah, crazy fucking babies.
And she's kind of like, this was stupid. They chew through wood, beavers, but we put up all this wood to stop them.
That's the whole point of a beaver, and it chomps wood. He's like, I guess you know everything about beavers.
we cut back to I guess our hunters in the truck. So with Zoe and with Buck, and the hunter's going to give us, I think, what's supposed to start as his Quint monologue from Jaws.
This is what I was thinking you were thinking. But I also want to point out that on the radio, you think it's a report. Like,
yes.
Like, it's getting
everywhere.
further.
This is spread everywhere.
Like, no. But then they're like,
it's an ad
for a car. I'm like, why did they do that?
I think
is it because they
thought it was
a joke about it?
Funny. Yeah.
But what's so what does he have to say? What does our hunter have to say?
Well, this is just like back in the 70s. We had beaver fever.
And then the disco music starts. Dun, 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 dun.
I know, disco beaver, but they don't really connect that in this. But he says there was I'm not going to try and pronounce it. The Giardia virus?
Giardia parasite.
A parasite.
I didn't look it up. I didn't look it up
to see if this was true or not.
Yep.
I'm guessing it's true, but apparently it made the beavers go crazy. And she said, well, what are the symptoms? And he says it affects them. They have diarrhea.
Yeah, you can get diarrhea. Have you had diarrhea? Do you have diarrhea? No. Yeah.
Okay.
That's his Quint moment.
But then he says, well, whatever it is, these out here, I never seen anything like it.
Yep.
So I'm like, why? What? Because Erik, there's the
scene that was cut.
There's a potential there. Yes, you're right. He saw a beaver and he saw it go crazy earlier and they cut it. But why the writing? I want it to be either funnier or lean in serious and give him a serious monologue so we can have fun with you.
Yes.
Giving this hunter a serious monologue. I remember back in the 70s, beaver fever, that thing. And give him a serious monologue about beavers attacking people back then.
And because we're already in it, and we're already snickering every time they say the word beaver because they want us to from the beginning.
Right.
He could have been so serious. The 70s, I'd come up here, looking for beaver, and there'd be beavers everywhere. And then these beavers, when you get up close, they're nasty. Yeah. And these beavers, he could have been so serious, but you would find everywhere you'd go, because they were rabid, you'd find a beaver in every house there up and down the block.
Have him do that straight and have it be a moment that we're all like, oh, it's like Quint in Jaws or something. You're already doing stuff like that. But I just feel like it's all chopped up because of maybe improv. And
you don't feel the beaver, you don't feel it till he bites you. And then that tail starts thumping, calls all the other beavers.
So back at the house, the beavers. Back at the house, the beavers are starting to breach the walls. They're coming in.
Yep.
And so they got to make the decision to maybe get out of there.
And again, we see the glowing eyes, but now I'm like, wait a second. Is this the same freaking shot that we saw before?
Could have been.
It's 3 times. And then I'm like, oh my God, it's the same shot. They didn't even move the eyeballs.
Yeah.
So it lost its luster. It was so scary. I liked it.
The truck is coming.
Yep.
The truck comes up, but the thing is they boarded up all the doors and windows so they can't get in right away.
Yeah, you certainly couldn't ram through that door that opens in. The door opens in. It's like 3 pieces of not even 2x4s. Give me a break.
So they decide our 3 people on the porch, Buck and Zoe and the hunter, and they're even talking through the window, which only has like 1 board across it.
Yep.
They're talking to Mary, and the beavers are coming, and the hunter's like, we're going to go over to the Gregerson's house because it's right across the way. So they're going to go across there. And I'm like, ooh, the beavers are coming. Right?
Yeah.
And they're going across there. I'm like, we're going to have a great scene here of the beavers in the grass, the tall grass, and they're coming.
Like
and
raptors,
the beavers are going to come after them.
Yeah.
And then, they don't do it. They don't do it.
You don't want to miss classic lines like the beavers are back, filthy, hairy beavers. Because they're not hitting us hard enough over the snickering 13-year-old boy head. Yeah, but they're firing at it. They're chasing them down, but you never see them running because you couldn't possibly with this budget.
Well, they do something like they put them across the front of the screen. One will go like, one
of them's near a tree.
And one of them jumps up at the guy and he gets it, shoots at the hunter right before it gets him. Yeah. So they get to the house, the neighbor's house. The Gregerson's house. Yeah. I love that they come in and it's like something's happened here, right? And do you love that there's like a piece of log right in the middle of the living room? Nothing. There's like there's a piece of log like right there. Like, what's happened here?
I didn't see it.
Yeah,
but they're not. So there's not. Yeah, some distress, but they find the body of the husband who had 4 lines, and he's got his face down, so you don't know what happened. He's got a little blood on him.
Yeah. And they find the beavers. The phone line is cut. Looks like chewed through. Yeah,
they're like serial killers.
Yeah, they bit through the phone line.
Right? They know what.
And our hunter says beavers like to chew on things.
Could be
branches, things like that. I suppose wires fit the bill.
Wire might fit the bill. Yeah.
And I'm like, can we do a few more passes on this?
Yeah.
Like, right? Like, I think it's supposed to. They're thinking it's funnier than it is. I'm just being honest.
Yeah. Rubber
like
hose. Sometimes they might think it's a snake. They chew on a rubber hose, try to kill it. Instead of they couldn't have cut the wires on purpose. You know what? Just say that. Because we all know that's what, come on.
So back at the house, this is where we get some beaver information.
Yes,
Mary's
beaver
looking through a book. She's looking through a book about wildlife, and it's things on beavers. And
here's where you know
that's the practical jokers.
Yeah.
Pranksters.
They have their own YouTube channel. They, they're good electricians. They know about electricity.
And there's a lot of tension in the air, and Sam does have a good line for the movie. We can't turn against each other. That's just what the beavers want. And we got Jenny and Mary, and they're talking about the kiss and stuff. And then another great line from a keeper of a boyfriend.
we just want to try to figure out why you both find me attractive. Let's focus on that. And they do mention beavers like to tunnel.
Yeah, so they start looking down under the ground going, oh God, how long are we going to last in here? So back at the Gregersons' house, our hunter's checking out the house, and he goes upstairs, and he opens the door, and our Mrs. Gregerson's lying on the bed. She's been attacked by something.
Movie reminder, go. You have 3 seconds from a movie. What does it remind you of? She's on the bed. 3.
The way she looks on the bed? Well, it looks a little bit like Exorcist. It looks like when they come in and they see her sitting in the bed.
All right, I'll give you that. Halloween.
Yeah, Halloween.
Like the beavers laid her out on the bed. It would be funny if they put like a freaking beaver lodge on the top.
Oh, yeah. Seriously. That
would be awesome.
Or a log or something that's clearly chewed through. Beavers have chewed through it. Yeah. And
that would be awesome, but no. And he does have a cute line when he leaves, which we'll find out he had numerous times to say.
They probably did 10 takes of it. Yeah.
But he opens up, he just goes, okay. And then he closes the door. Because it's funny.
He goes downstairs and Zoe is putting more ice in the plastic bag with Buck's foot in it. And this was a funny line to me. The hunter goes, what you got there, a sandwich? And I did laugh.
Yeah, no, it's Buck's foot. And he knows a lot about stuff. He's like, well, you can't, if you iced it, you probably killed the tissue and stuff. Maybe they could. A whole thing about how maybe they could put the foot back on. I'm like, just come on.
Yeah.
Skip it. Let's go.
And the joke is he's eating a chicken leg during the whole time.
Oh, why though?
Talking about it.
Chicken leg.
Yeah. And then he says he's going to cauterize. He knows how to cauterize the stump on his leg. That'll keep him from bleeding.
Like,
because basically the gist of it, is Buck will die. We have to wait until morning. There's no way we get out of here now. Because they've said a few times beavers are nocturnal creatures.
Well, is that really what he said? Because they want us to hear something completely different.
Okay.
I didn't. I heard it normally, but he said,
okay,
well, beavers are more active at night. That's what he said.
Yeah.
I don't know why that should be funny, but it's yeah. Now we're getting.
So they gotta wait. They gotta wait until morning, and they gotta cauterize his foot because otherwise he'll bleed out overnight.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So Jenny, Mary's in the room upstairs, right?
Back to the cottage. Okay, here we go. Because
this is something.
So Mary's on the bed. And Jen comes in. And lights are really low. Lights are really low. Yeah, music changes.
And I want to point out that Jenny is now wearing, I believe it's Jenny. Is she wearing the purple? No, she's not. I'm wrong. Okay. Never mind. She's wearing her shorts and things like that. The tiny.
So Jen comes in. Yeah. Mary's on the bed. And she starts to come to the bottom of the bed. She's crawling, crawls up onto the bed. And Erik, we're now as the audience going, oh, there are all those little glances. There were all those little comments about how they kissed during there. So we're like, oh, this is all. Oh, you're like, maybe that's why Mary, after sex with her boyfriend, was just like, I don't,
there's something going on.
It's all starting to come together. You're all, because
that's what you think.
Things are people are starting to come together. But anyways, she comes right up and she's right over. It's all shadowy though. It's nice and moody.
But then Mary's like, well, no, I don't really feel that way about you.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah.
What could be better?
But I don't think that I think she's misunderstanding. I don't think Jen was there for this.
Jenny was no, because Jenny starts turning into a beaver monster. What?
Yes.
Her
first beaver claws come out of her fingers. That's the first thing we see.
Yep.
They come out. Boom, 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 boom. Good practical special effects. They're coming through. And then really good for this movie. Her teeth, big buck beaver teeth, start to push through her regular teeth and push them out as they come down and cover up her mouth.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she's got the white eyes. I mean, and she is doing a great job.
And there's saliva coming down out of her mouth. So she's turning into a beaver.
Right. A humanoid beaver. Crazy.
Zombie beaver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mary jumps off the bed. Sam finally grows a set, not of teeth though, and hits former Jenny, over the head with a baseball bat. So they lock the Jenny Zombeaver in the bedroom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I was like, I didn't actually know that the movie was going to go that direction.
It just takes a sharp right. I like it.
I do too. It needed a
sharp right turn.
And I didn't know that it was going to go there.
Yeah.
I'd like it that to all start happening a little earlier. I like it.
And it's not
so
a long film. We're telling everybody.
No.
Not long.
We go back to the Gregerson's house over there, and our hunter's about to cauterize Buck's foot with a knife. He eats up a knife.
Then there's a horrible snarling noise.
Mm-hmm.
So now we're going full in with this beaver virus.
Yes.
Because we get a jump scare and it's Buck the beaver.
Oh, yeah.
Bucky the beaver with his hat still on, I believe. Right?
And here he attacks our hunter guy and just starts eating the guy's face.
Yes.
He's eating his face. That's the best way I can describe it.
Yeah,
with his big beaver
chunks
teeth.
of his face off. But you think, he's going to get the upper hand because the hunter's fighting back, right? But no, he chews another piece of his face and he lifts up the hunter over his head, where if you look carefully, you guys can look carefully if you want, but it's a big old dummy of the hunter.
And he's holding it upside down and he's chewing the face. What it reminded me of is when a hamster is at the bottle, in the cage. That's what it looked like to me.
Yeah.
So he's feeding on the hunter's face.
While he's in the air, yeah.
Yes.
But Zoe's got a gun.
Yes.
So she's going to shoot. She shoots and misses. Then she shoots again.
Yeah.
And she shoots the hunter in the eye and kills him. And I was like, what? Oh, he's out. They got nothing more for him. They must need a reason to get rid of him, I guess.
Yeah.
And then Buck's not done. So now he can chew on it like the little pellets, now little hamster pellets. He's just like eating the face off of, I think he's going for the empty eye socket now. So he's
good for the actor. He looks great.
Yeah. No jokes, though. There's no jokes.
No.
But
because they can't talk, it's clear that whatever happens here, they're not human anymore. They're not. Yeah.
And she tries to leave.
Yeah.
This is my favorite beaver, I have to say.
The one that
opened the door, there's a beaver there. He's like, hey, like he's just there, like, ha, let's try. I think it'd be like the Flasher in Gremlins, where he's like,
but he flips her. He flips her with his tail.
With his tail.
Yeah. Whoosh. She does like a big flip. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's got to stay in the house. She runs up the stairs. Buck is chasing her. Beaver Buck.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
She locks herself in that bedroom. And here's where, if it was a different movie, I was like, oh, so cool. Because she locks herself in the bedroom. And I guess we got to cut, don't we? Are we cutting back to the other place?
Yeah, we go to the cottage.
Fine.
We go to the cottage. Well, we got to say this, Eric.
Yeah.
The beavers outside start their rhythmic slapping of the tails again.
Mm-hmm.
Boom, boom, boom. And we cut to inside the room where they've locked Jen. And good for this actress, because she looks maniacal. And she's squatted down and she now has a beaver tail. And she is twerking with the beaver tail. And it is slapping off the ground. So she's in communion with the beavers that are outside. Yeah. So whatever this virus is, she's connected to these beavers.
Yeah, they're all, it's a mind, what do you call it? Hive mind.
Yes.
I don't know what the tail slapping is. I don't think it's ever really explained.
No, I think it's the way they signal. They signal to each other or something. But going for it. Good for the actress. Going for it. Looks great. She looks crazy. She looks like a zombie beaver person. And then we cut back to the house. So Zoe's up there. And
Yes.
do you want to talk about this, Miss Gregerson?
Is just the creepy part for me because remember the wife that died and she's on the bed. She sits up and she's in darkness and her eyes are reflecting. And if you just look at that, it's a completely different movie. Like, this is freaking scary. And then she comes up to Zoe and pulls a piece of her hair off.
Yeah, she comes up, and Zoe pulls to the side, and she's got her hair, a big chunk of Zoe's hair in her hand. So
but there's no ammo left in the gun. So what do you got to do? It's a different movie in this scene. It really is. Because this is like scary terror. She's freaking Zoe.
No jokes, as you said here.
She doesn't go, you ugly bitch or anything like. She jumps face first out of the window and hits the ground. And you're led to possibly believe that she's dead. Right? And back in the cabin, making sure we don't miss this line because they're talking it's a beaver virus.
I know the one you got.
I think it's Sam. Does Sam say it? He's like, she's talking about Jenny. She's going to be on medication for the rest of her life. But this is where it gets silly again. It's now silly because the beavers are coming out of the cabin floor.
Well, we know they can tunnel, so they're popping up out of the cabin floor, and they do sort of an overhead shot. And so the beavers are popping up through the wood floor and then popping back to it, and it looks like whack-a-mole. It looks like a whack-a-mole game.
Yep, they're trying to hit him with the baseball bat. And I thought, wow, these beavers have really incredible back leg strength. They're like fun facts about beavers. They can spring up. And the beaver...
And one of them grabs the bat that Sam has and just chews through it. It splinters it in half, and it's like, so they don't have the bat anymore.
Because they can eat through wood.
So Mary and Sam escape into the bathroom. And then you have your typical zombie movie. This always happens. Mary looks so freaked out. She's like, you could be one of those things. You could be one. And so she has Sam take his top off. And then she says, no, I want to see more. So take your bottoms off too.
Yeah.
So now we have naked Sam. Not naked.
Oh, no. Naked.
He's got underwear on, right?
No.
Doesn't he have he doesn't have he takes it all off, right?
Pants, and then she's looking. Then he takes his shorts off.
Yes.
And then he says, your turn. So one of our actors here is like, no, not happening. You had 5 minutes of boobs earlier. You've done your allotment of time for boobs. So she only takes off her clothes up to her underwear. Bing, bing, bing. Underwear assessment. Bum, 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 bum.
Okay.
All right. Nice lavender look to the underwear. It's got a full strap that tapers down. And then I don't know what they're called, but they're kind of like half cups. So they're half cups. And then a very nice, little sexy on the bottom, but no lace. So good job. Still don't know how you could fit that under those shorts, but good for you. At least I buy the top. So then it gets weird because they want to now.
But Sam notices something on her midsection. He's like, wait, what's that?
Oh, yeah. Right.
Because we should say, I don't know that we've said specifically. We said in every zombie movie, they're trying to see if either of them have cuts or injuries so that they maybe they'd be turned into a zombie.
Yes.
But Sam does notice something on her midsection, and he's like, what's that? But she interrupts him and goes in for a big kiss.
Oh, we're playing kitchen sink sex now. I mean, they're on the bathroom sink, starting to have sex. And she's like, wait, I want to take my glasses off. And he goes, no, don't. It's hot.
And then outside in the house, a beaver does a kamikaze mission on an outlet plug.
This is beavers taking a hit for the team. Yes. So could you explain that so everybody knows? What does the beaver do?
He chews the outlet so that it sparks and catches him on fire. Yes. The beaver, and then the beaver, now that he's on fire, can go into the curtains and light the curtains on fire. So I thought this is a suicide mission, beaver suicide mission.
Right, unless he's never going to die.
That's true.
Crispy beaver.
That's true.
Yeah. But this is where I went, this for me was like, no, you stepped over it. You had a line, you leaned over it, and now you just jumped right over it. I didn't need it. But remember Beaver Jenny?
Oh yeah.
You know that beavers.
You didn't like this?
Oh no. Mm-mm.
Wow, we differ on this.
Yeah, I was like, I don't. Now you're just doing it to make us go, oh, like
right. But that's what I want
Is
here.
it? Everybody, we know something.
No,
about Artie. He likes.
All right, we should say what's going on because you and I are talking around it here. So they're in the So we're in the bathroom. Mary and Sam are making out hot and heavy, and Beaver Zombie Jen comes up through the floorboards underneath the bathroom floor.
Bathroom tile.
Yeah.
She's strong.
Comes
beaver.
to it like we're in a real zombie movie, like we're in an actual zombie movie, Evil Dead or something, right? This is what it's like, like Evil Dead. She comes crashing out of there, and
go say it, Mr. Loving this.
She comes up and she dick bites Sam. She
dick
right?
bites Sam. She gnaw bites. A beaver shreds a tree when it's cutting it down like she blender bites Sam's dick. Like they just unidentifiable, thankfully, bits of gnarled flesh. And he's wearing his underwear now.
Yeah.
So something.
Oh, see, that's why I asked you earlier, because I know that he was wearing them here, but he took them off before. Oh,
come on.
Because they had to put the special effects stuff under
In
there,
his
right?
crotch,
That's what,
yeah.
They had to cover that up.
She just freaking.
Well, yeah, it's gross. It's like,
But
and then
blood. She gets splattered with blood. Her underwear gets ruined. That's not coming out.
And he falls forward, so he's face down on the floor. But you can tell Jen is still under those floorboards. Just
she is. We're gonna call that beaver dinking.
So
she's beaver dinking him. Be awesome if they use some.
So let's go back. So this was too much for you. In a movie called Zombeavers, Erik. You drew a line. You're drawing a line
at which they thankfully didn't. Which I've seen also where penises get ripped off and you're watching it. Or boobs get nipples. I don't like it I just think when they start getting like poking you and prodding you with things, and I'm just like, I don't.
Okay, I see. It's the ear. Yeah,
it's just.
I was like, I actually thought that was great because I think Sam is also a character that we're like, oh, he's such a shithead.
Yeah, he's a dick.
Dick. He's a dick.
Dickless.
Yeah.
Oh, now he's. But it wasn't too. I did watch it. Usually, I'd be like, but I did because it doesn't show the parts.
Yeah. And there was foreshadowing too. There's something he says earlier, you know how I've pointed out with a couple of people, like the foot with Buck with his foot falling asleep. There was something, I forgot to write it down, that Sam said earlier that foreshadows this too.
He's like, I wish someone would chomp on my dick. No.
Yeah.
Oh, this is
so
clever writing then? Are they being clever?
No, it's not, but there are a few little things throughout that I think they're setting those things up. But that's it. So Sam's out of the picture here. Yeah, dead.
Yep.
Or zombified. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
But Zoe's got, I mean, not Zoe, Mary's like,
Mary's.
She runs downstairs. Remember our kamikaze beaver? House is on fire.
Yeah.
Whole house on fire. And it's fire. It's not CG, right? It looks like it's real fire to me, right?
So we're thinking right now Mary's our final girl. That's what we're thinking at the moment.
Right. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And she is. The end. No. What happens? She can't
remember Hunter's truck?
Yep.
Comes crashing through the living room wall. Boom! Just crashes
and
right
misses her. Completely misses her.
Misses her. And that truck is not going anywhere after this, but still.
No, I guess not. But guess who's in the truck? It's Zoe. She's alive.
Zoe survived.
And everybody knows, you and I know, Art, that if you don't show them dead, meaning her eyes were closed.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I knew she wasn't dead. Don't try to fool me, you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so when they pull out there in the truck, So
Which
so
is
Mary
working
gets
now.
the truck.
It's working.
Truck is working,
Okay,
even though it's smashed
second.
through the side of the house.
Right, but would not use it to move a small tree that's in the road, right? Just gotta point it out. Okay, so what happens?
Well,
Mhm.
the hunter takes a shot at them, but the hunter doesn't look like the hunter anymore.
No.
He looks a little like this is a movie Dark Man or something, right? He's got his hat
half
on.
the face. Yeah.
And he's got like half a face, but the eyeball is still there, if I remember correctly. There's like an eyeball sticking out of that mess of a face.
Well, he's missing
Like
one eye. Yeah. And then the other
but
one.
there's one eyeball that
Yeah.
So he's not a beaver-like because his face was all eaten off. I don't see teeth or anything.
Well,
He's
maybe
just-
no. He does have the teeth, but it's.
Oh, he does have the
yeah.
teeth. Okay, all right.
He's a Zombeaver zombie.
Yeah.
But here's
So
where
he's shooting at them, and then
he just said he's shooting at them.
yes,
So they are
he's
not.
he's-
They are supremely, and they have their own intelligence and memory. So he's able to cock and load a gun and shoot
Mhm.
it as a
Yeah.
zombie beaver monster.
yes.
So they're super. He can probably talk and be like, "Whoa, I almost got on there," you know. So I'm just pointing that out. They're not crazy, mindless. They're like the beavers. They know what they're doing.
and they're looking around, and now we see that there are other people. Mrs. Gregerson's coming at them,
Yep.
so the other people are approaching, and they're in their zombified state. And here's where we set up earlier, Eric. They look over, and it's not just people that have been zombified.
This
Beaver zombified.
just why didn't we have at least 5 minutes of this guy? I was so happy to see this reappearance of this character, and I loved it, and it looked great. So they run into a tree, just pointing out that he misses them, but they run into a tree, and the zombie beaver people, but then you get
A zombie beaver bear. Our bear from earlier is back.
it looks like it's a zombie beaver, and it's got the teeth. I love it.
It's got the tail. It's got the beaver tail.
Yes, it's standing up. I just am like, oh my God. I think it attacks it. Does it come up to the car?
It comes up. It's actually on. First, they see it just standing, and then
Yeah.
suddenly it's
Fast.
on the truck. He's right
He's got
near
the beaver
truck.
genes now. He can leap and thump and everything. It's like the best of both worlds.
Oh my God! Can you
Beaver
imagine
bear.
Jurassic Park? And this is like
Yes.
one of the things.
It's the thing. They mixed it up. You know, it's that animal. Yes. Yes.
so yeah.
But the car still
And they're-
works
The car still works
because they
so
drive
get
away,
it.
right?
They drive away. They get out of there, and then
There's a Jenny Beaver jump scare. Remember Jenny?
That's
Who
right.
Should be
Yep.
engulfed in flames in a rotting, flamed corpse.
Right.
She's there,
Mhm.
and they jumps on the truck. They get her off the truck, and then
Yes.
Zoe's like, just runs over her head, and we have to get more humor
yeah.
because
Because a tree comes down, but it doesn't get them. A tree's falling down across the road,
This is another one,
and it
on.
just misses them. It
does. But
just misses the truck.
but you see,
And we
who's
cut. Remember
doing
our
it.
two little beavers last time? There were two beavers going, and they cut to it, and there's one beaver. And then one zombie beaver, Mr. Gregerson,
Mr.
with his
Gregerson.
glasses still on. His glasses are still on,
Oh.
I think.
And I love it because it shows them, and then why not use this guy more? You can see that they're very upset because they missed the truck. He's like
Mhm.
looking around like, oh shit. Oh, oh. And it's just a couple seconds.
He's got the teeth. He's got the big
I
buck
thought,
teeth.
what
and
a
he's-
waste. I would love to see him go back and sit in the chair, and he's petting the corpse of the dog. He's trying to read the paper. I would have wanted to see
Mhm.
more of him.
So they get to the tree that's cut the road off.
Oh, and what
Before.
time is it now? Conveniently
Well, it's-
nearing the end of a horror movie.
Well, it seems like it's getting near dawn.
Right. Oh,
Yeah,
surprise.
all of a sudden. Yeah.
Surprise.
And Tommy's there, still stuck under that tree, but he's now clearly zombified.
But he can't get out because he's stupid.
Right. Why didn't they do something? You could have another confrontation here.
Yeah.
They look, there's the tree, but it's gnawed through, and Tommy's gone. Tommy jump scare. I'm like, why?
No.
Right? Like,
Out of
no,
time.
no.
You know, they got to fill. You can't make a movie more than 77 minutes. You can't.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they got to go on foot now.
Yep. So it's just our two. It's Zoe and Mary.
And Mary.
Yep.
But Zoe, well, I guess they took the hunter's truck. I think the first time I watched is like, Zoe pulls a gun.
No, Mary.
I mean, Mary pulls a gun on Zoe.
Glasses Mary.
Has a gun.
In case we're
Glasses Mary pulls a gun on Zoe.
Yep. And now she knows it's a virus. She's read that book. So she's like, hey, you know, you might have been bit. I got to shoot you. And she's like, no, don't do that. Don't do that.
I like the way she says this. She goes, just wait till I turn to shoot me. That way you'll know you're right.
Yep. Right, which makes sense.
Which I think is good too. Eric, if we're ever in that situation, you and I promise that's what I'll do.
You will?
I'll wait for you to turn before I Oh, you're not saying the same thing to me.
I would
See, I would just want to make sure that I was right.
No, I see that. I see that. Yeah. Well, we'll talk about that. We can talk about that later as friends.
Okay.
I'm coming to visit you. You know, we could have a
That's true. Yeah.
conversation
But I
about
thought maybe we should I thought it was just sort of be like a pact that was
pact.
Us.
Yep. Well, back to
But anyways.
go back to the movie.
To the movie, yeah. So Zoe, because she crashed through a window, just cuts all over her body. Not enough for what she should have crashed into the window.
No, she should have laceration.
So she's trying to tell Mary, look, these are all just cuts and things like that.
But Mary, all of a sudden, so quickly, zombie beaver, zombie eyes.
It's right in front of our eyes, right? The transformation. It's like, yeah.
It's like,
and she has the beaver eyes and the teeth. And it was like, it wasn't that slow turn like Jenny did.
Surprise.
It's a surprise.
So surprised. Because we can't have two final girls.
Right.
That would be crazy. But Zoe axes her in the head.
Yes.
And then for a movie that shows you a Zombeaver girl chewing a guy's balls off, they decide not to show you watching Zoe chop Mary to pieces.
I know.
She goes ballistic with that axe.
Yeah, they probably had no money left at this point.
And I love that all of a sudden her leg hurts and she's got that limpy leg and she's walking off. So she's walking off with the axe, right? With
down the road. Down the middle of the road. Of the road.
The world.
Like a horror movie, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, or any of these.
Yes,
right?
which
she's limping down the road. Dawn's coming up.
Yep, I would love more homages to things like that. But I do want that. None of that. All that aside, just focus on her wearing the world's tightest shorts.
You can't not.
I keep thinking, how can she sit without being uncomfortable? How does she? She can't put anything in.
Eric is mentioning these shorts they're painted on. They're like painted on. Yeah.
Uncomfortable. Like there's no way. So just pointing that out. I would have shed those shorts right after I jumped out the window. I'd be like, no, I'm done with these. Just so you know. That's all.
And Zoe seems like she would, earlier we thought she's the one, she could go through the rest of the movie naked, right?
Yep.
But yeah, so Zoe's limping down. Movie's over. She's made it through. She's made it through this horrible night of the Zombeavers.
Well,
now, what I have to say though, Eric, is this is a movie where the Zombeavers weren't defeated. It's not like Gremlins or something like that, where they found Zoe found a way to kill all the Zombeavers.
Yeah, none of that. Nope.
Right.
They're still out there. I'm surprised they're not chasing her right now in a car.
Right. That's
like that'd be awesome to see the bear in the front seat.
Awesome. Or our guy, Mr. Gregerson, driving. And then all the beavers are in the back. All those Zombeavers are in the back.
Did the hunter give up? Is he like, nah, they're too far. I ain't going to walk that far. Yeah. But you know what, Art? You said movie's over, but a vehicle is approaching.
Yes. You can see it way down the road. It's sort of, and then it's our two guys from the beginning of the movie, Bill Burr and John Mayer.
Same seat.
They're in their chemical delivery truck.
Yep.
And
he's
coming down the road.
He's on his phone
Mhm.
again.
Yes. And John Mayer says, just like you did at the beginning of the movie with the deer, you see that girl? He's like, I see her.
I see her.
I see her.
And then he says, I trust you.
And they show the truck. They cut right before impact? They cut right before impact. Boom! So Zoe gets taken out by this truck.
Yeah, that was a good, I liked it because I'm like, good for you guys. But kill her, and she's dead, and then title card.
Yeah.
Zombeavers.
But this is the type of movie where I guess you do it. They give us some bloopers.
Because it's not long enough.
Right.
Because it's too short, but there's bloopers.
There's bloopers.
Which I enjoyed, but then you can see how they let these guys go and go and go and lost some of the...
Yeah. There's bloopers that aren't really bloopers. When I looked it up, it's like stuff they did with practical jokes behind the scenes. Like there's one where Mary's fishing through the cabinet to get a knife and she pulls out a big, huge dildo.
Yes.
And then she's like, and she throws it to the side.
Wasn't that?
And I think they were apparently that dildo was a practical joke on the set that they would put in people's chairs, on people's, I guess it was a practical joke. And the final one was the cameraman who was in the DP who was in the pond filming. They thought it would be funny to throw it at him, and they threw it at him and it went down into the water. And they said, so on the Disney ranch, somewhere at the bottom of that pond, there's a dildo. Yeah. I tell you, that's weird trivia.
And now you may have missed me saying it, but you're talking about the dildo and Art. It's not that big.
But we get to see all the outtakes and as Erik said, you can see that they just improvised a lot. I will say they had an outtake from Bill Burr and John Mayer, and I kind of like John Mayer's little thing here.
What does he say?
He says, pardon me, everybody, but he says, he's just casually talking. He said, I got a hand job in an Arby's once, because he gets off the phone from somebody. He's like, yeah, we'll pick up some of those apple turnovers.
Yeah.
At
Arby's.
Arby's. And he says, I got a hand job at an Arby's once. And Bill Burr says, oh yeah. He goes, what was that like? And then John Mayer goes, or did I give a hand job? And it just was so deadpan. I actually did laugh. I thought that was really funny.
It is, but there's no. They're just like,
I know there's no connection to the character, but that I thought that was funny.
But this is,
and then we have credits,
and then you have an Art Hennessy, which I think everybody missed because we didn't record it at the beginning. But Art Hennessy, you did a rendition of Zombeavers
as a Cranberry
song, and it was amazing. And now we have what I think Art could have done was the Frank Sinatra style song of Zombeavers. I didn't get the words, but I'm sure you got some of it. But
they're hiding in they're hiding in your kitchen.
You and your girl. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. You got it. So you got it. But very frustrating for me here because I knew I needed to wait till the end of the credits. But nowadays, it's so hard to frickin' do that because they want to autoplay the next movie. And so it took me 5 times to get my stupid Prime so I could watch.
You got to hit credits, Art. You got to hit credits.
I tried, but it comes up so fast and it doesn't give me a huge window.
Was it worth it for the after credit scene? Was it worth it?
You want to describe it and you can tell people what happens after the credits if you're interested?
After the credits. Yep, you got a bee flying around. But it's landed on a dead zombeaver, and then the bee flies off and goes towards a hive and lands in the hive, and it's well done, I have to say. But then you hear like ridiculous, if you don't know enough that, this might bring an infection to the bees, it makes sounds like. So there we go. That's Zombeavers, which was never made. Zombies. Get it?
Yeah.
Get it, Art? Because they're bees.
Yeah.
But they're zombies. So Zombeaver, I don't know if you got that, but this one's even more
I'm just getting it now.
Okay. They're beavers that are zombies, but these are zombies.
But just with an
Yes. If they were bees and they were also terrifying, they would be boobies because they're trying to scare you. Can I see that movie? So
we saw a little bit of that in this movie.
Well,
that's it. But like I said, you hinted there, like I said, it's weird because the way the end credit sequence plays is as if the Zombeavers have been defeated, but they haven't.
No, they
been
haven't.
defeated.
Everybody's alive.
Yes,
you can't kill them. You didn't even show if you hit them in the head, they died because nobody was dead.
Yeah,
even the guy,
they don't seem to care about being burned. Or maybe they do. Maybe it's suicide. I don't know.
They're going to take over the world because they know everything about electricity. And
well, it reminded me of a movie we covered, A Deadly Spawn, where you started to realize these spawns are everywhere. They're not just.
Oh, but that was a good.
They're not just. But then at the last minute, imagine if at the last minute we saw just a gigantic beaver coming up out of the pond or something. Like they should have done something like that. Yeah.
Now that you're saying it, this is the ending that I wanted. They should do another one. It's what's the name of the dad, the husband?
Or I guess you got to have
what's his name?
The husband?
Yeah,
Mr. Gregerson.
Okay.
Gregerson.
You see the beaver lodge, and it zooms in, goes through a tunnel, and inside, and you see that he's in the beaver lodge in a chair like made out of wood and his little fire, and he's still got his glasses. He's reading the paper with his wife. He's like, "What do you want to do today? You want to get frisky, honey? Wouldn't that be just?" And then
the dog is next to him. The dog,
but it's a Zombeaver dog.
Zombie.
Yeah, and then the beaver comes out with a pan of cookies.
Yeah.
So, but no, that's done.
So yeah, that's done. Zombeavers, and they didn't do a sequel.
Okay, can I just ask you, Art, how many apart from you had to watch it twice? I imagine, right?
I did. Dutifully, I watched it twice
before this podcast. How many times did I watch it?
Had you seen it a couple of times before we even did this? Did you say 4? 4 before you even watched it for this podcast?
I'm going to admit it like a beaver.
Times.
Ready?
Ma, yeah. I watched it 4 times. 4 times.
So I'll put it to you, Erik. Do you like Zombeavers? Do you like this movie?
I just saw a phoenix. There's a phoenix. Oh. Sorry. That was surprise. Say again.
Do you like Beavers? Do you like
Did you just take the S off of the word? One, Orsina's probably, she hears this podcast, I'll be sleeping by myself for a while. No, I don't know why, but I like it because I like practical effects.
Mm-hmm.
I just like the fact that they decided to go with beavers attacking you only because they're like, how can we be dirty? But I just think it was, I don't know why. When I'm talking about it, I'm like, this is dumb. But then when I watch it, I just go, it's so short.
Yeah.
Like I could fast forward through probably 3 scenes.
Yeah.
Like the nudity scene right past that.
Mm-hmm.
What? And then, I enjoy it. And I like the fact that when they go for the practical effects, they look good. Like the Zombeaver monsters, the people, they look good. And they don't show them enough. And it has so many flaws. But I don't know. I like
people aren't going to have you can't have high expectations going into a movie called Zombeavers. But
right.
I mean, right. So
maybe that's
for
the
me, they're right. So for me, I think there are things I like in it, but I want it. It's one of those movies, Erik, I've mentioned it before, where I'm watching it and I'm like, I'm on your side, but I want it to be a little better. I'm with you, but I want things. There's things I want from it that it keeps not giving to me,
Because low budget, they just don't go any further. Plus the feeling of it, like during the day. And just nothing's really, there's nothing really scary for me in this, except for the eyes. The eyes are
characters aren't endearing, and
they're all the same.
So you're not invested in them at all. I know we don't have to have, a drama. We're not ordinary people. Ooh, on Golden Pond.
Yes,
on Golden Zombeaver Pond.
You want me to go look at beavers?
Huh. But I know you don't do that. But I just had with the writing, and I think that comically it hasn't really figured out what it wants to be, and so you have all that improv that doesn't really connect to the characters as much or anything. And I like the performers. I think they're having a good time, and I think that they're good performers. I think the thing is, everybody on the making of this movie is having too much fun. Does that make sense? Yes. They're having too much fun.
Yes.
And so for me, it's tough to recommend it as much as I'm like, you got to see it, right? It's a tough one for me because I think at the beginning I was waiting and waiting and waiting. Then when it hits some of the crazy stuff, like where Jen turns into a Zombeaver and that type of stuff, I'm like, oh, okay, it's opening up. It's kind of bonkers. It's crazy. But as much as Erik, you and I are like, you have to wade through a lot at the beginning, it's not a long movie. So you don't have to wait too long. Yeah. But
this reminds me of there's a great crew out there, and I think some of them are avid listeners. So my Face Crusher crew out there, if you're listening, Luke and the boys, when they did Face Crusher 3, they just did it, and nobody's hamming it up. So it's all taken seriously, but it is a fun, funny gore fest. It's going to come out, I think, after this podcast. But that's how if you're going to do it that way. Make it short and sweet, but you give everybody, there's gore, but not even me. Sometimes I can ham it up, and I get a cameo in it. But I'm trying to play it as seriously as I can, but it's funny at the same time. So when you just are like, let the actors go, they let me go sometimes. Thanks, Luke. But then does that fit? Does it fit the movie? Does that tone fit the movie? And I think everybody in this one, they said, no, go ahead. So even the couple, they're making jokes. Like everybody's making these off-color
And I
jokes,
think, of course, we're going to want from this movie, like you said, all the beaver entendres, right? Throughout the movie.
Yeah, you can't help
it. Entendres. You can't help it. But I'll ask you, do you think like deliver them straight and cut them down by a few? And then they land funnier.
Yes. And don't put it in because it's funny. To get rid of it. Get rid of that stupid mustache, John Mayer.
It's like,
what are you trying to fool everybody? We didn't recognize you anyway.
And oh my gosh, I wanted those guys. To be involved somehow.
Right?
I really did. But I know they're just doing it as a favor, John Mayer and Bill Burr. But so in the end, I would say, if you're one of those guys like Erik and I that we can't help ourselves going through like Amazon Prime or Tubi and seeing stuff and going like, all right, I'm gonna hit play. I'm gonna just Velocipaster and things like that, right? But if you can't help yourself and you're one of those people and you haven't hit play on Zombeavers, I guess that's for you.
Do it.
If you're one of our people that listens to us because you're like The Fog and The Shining and Poltergeist, this might not be for you.
Yeah.
This one, I'm going to say. So,
but it is it's a little, call it a horror movie cheat. You feel like you're cheating on a horror movie with this one. You're like, it's you in a photo kissing another horror movie, but you don't know which horror movie it is until you find out, it's Zombeavers. Yep, I did. I kissed Zombeavers once, okay? Well, maybe 4 times.
So Erik, there's a lot of ways we could go with rating this. I think if we had come up with a rating system, if we had a rating system for the podcast, because this is a tricky one to rate.
I feel like you don't.
How do you do it with like 4 stars? People give it or whatever, but we
do you do any work for the podcast? I mean, do you just sit here?
I don't. I just show up.
It's a game for you. Just show up and let one guy do every single thing else. Just make jokes about beavers. We have a rating. Yeah, and this one, I mean, there's no other way to do it. So, but I'm going to say, if I have to rate, it's 4 out of 5. Zombeavers.
Yeah.
It's 4 out of 5 Zombeavers.
It is.
It's 4 out of 5 kitchen dildos.
Oh my gosh.
You
Come on now. We can keep going. There's a lot in this movie we could do with ratings. Yeah.
We'll stick with the zombie.
Zombeavers.
Short.
Which we can use for any podcast.
4 out of 5 tight shorts.
Yes. Well, that's what we rate.
We did.
That's what we rate Zombeavers. But we want to hear what you think about Zombeavers. You can reach us at midnightcinemapod.com.
Like and subscribe.
Oh, I think that. And what's that? There's like a rhythmic thumping I'm hearing. Hold on. But let me finish here because no, just I don't know. I thought I heard it over the phone.
What?
Is that? Oh, so
go ahead. What?
You can listen to us at any podcast platforms. We're out there: Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Is something wrong, Eric? You're twitching. You're
truth be told, I went swimming and we have a pond down the end of the.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I got
oh, God.
Scratch. Okay. A little scratch. Okay. Well, it's because of the tight.
And I'm hearing that slapping again. But just so you all know, if you're any of those podcast platforms, please give us a rating or review while you're there. Mm-hmm. And join us on the next Midnight Cinema to see another classic. Eric, are you all right? What are you doing? Your eyes.
My shorts are too tight.
Oh, my God. Your teeth. Eric.
What are you talking about?